And 3, 2, 1. Now recording the unofficial block update. No, it's the official block update, isn't it?
It is. Hello, and welcome back to the official Block Update podcast, a Minecraft podcast. It is episode 68. My name's Foxy and I'm joined by Mr. Lizard. There we go. There's my hands almost on the screen.
Yeah. Over there is a Foxy no-tail.
And as I always do, I'd like to start the show by thanking 37 patrons and reminding people that if you enjoyed this podcast, then you can help support us by going to patreon.com/the Minecraft update, because I still haven't updated that yet. The prices are per pod, and the minimum access perks you will get is access to our Patreon-only feed for bonus content, which we now record pretty much every week. We've just done one, haven't we, Slack?
Yes, we did.
Talked about beaches.
Talked about all the fun things.
Fire lizards, birthdays.
Talked about robots.
Small people, babies, robots, updates and bugs. It was, and Twitch and Kick. So there you go. And you get access to our Patreon-only Discord channels as well, and a Discord role. What more could you want, peeps? It's worth it.
The roll to be shiny. They could want a shiny roll.
Don't you start me on those rolls. They're not shiny. They don't sparkle. They don't glow. They're just rolls. They're coloured in.
But we got these new fancy super reactions. How come we can't have a new super roll?
That would be good, wouldn't it? That would be really good.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really, really nice. Yes, it would.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Last week, before we get into the feedback, I had a few people message me after the show went out going, the podcast name and logo hasn't changed on my feed. And that is because I've only changed it in the video and on the Discord. I haven't updated any of the stuff yet, mainly because I don't dare. Because last time I fiddled with all of that stuff, all of the podcast companies hated me and we lost a lot of being able to listen to the podcast. So I will dare. I'm going to do it this week, hopefully. But don't expect to see that just yet. It will happen. And I have no idea how I even start with changing the thing on Patreon. I'm assuming that's possible, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Anyway, into the feedback, starting with Slow as Molasses, says, "Hi, Foxy and Slack. Slack, congratulations on the new baby. My only advice is take lots of pictures and the occasional video. These kids grow up so fast and it's fun to hear their squeaky little voices later down the road. Foxy, I too miss the pre-Deep Slate days. I completely agree with you that Mojang is directing our play a specific direction. Though I find the caves beautiful, they often mess up my digging, then I go exploring and get myself lost or killed by a creeper. I feel for you concerning the enjoyment in your work. I too turned my hobby into my profession, and today it's just a job I don't want to do unless I have to. Occasionally, I will get a spark from something new, getting me excited again, but eventually it normalizes and I'm back to work. All I can say is take some time to unplug when you can. Well wishes to you all, Jen and Isaac included." Well, thank you very much, Slow as Molasses.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Talked about in my stream today, actually, how, we've said it a few times now, but it really does feel like Mojang are out of ideas, so that they're not out of ideas as such, but out of that creative spark they used to have, out of wow moments. So rather than focusing on how they can make the game great, they're just slowing down progress. And that's the only route they seem to go on, is let's make everything slower. Let's add tons of stuff into exploration, right? Because that works so well on multiplayer servers. Let's make finding diamonds harder and slower with Deep Slate as well, and then make everything more expensive and add in armor trims that cost loads of diamonds. And if you love the game and you've got all the time in the world, great. Absolutely great. But I look at things from my own perspective as a content creator, but also through the eyes of my kids. And Oliver, he used to love playing Minecraft, but he's just totally into Roblox now, and if you look and ask why, it's just like, oh, it's too hard work. Everything's too much like hard work. It's just lost that. You don't feel
that
free.
Ease of play.
Say again.
Yeah, the ease of play. It's becoming more directed, and it's becoming more complex. The ease of play in this game is gone after like 2 days now. You want anything, you have to grind for it or search for it. It's definitely a changing game.
Yeah, it is. It's I hope they start having new ideas rather than like, oh, how can we slow people's play down now and extend the game? Because I don't think that's a problem. I think what they're doing, obviously they're getting all this feedback and telemetry, and they're going, oh, people aren't spending very long in the world. How can we make them spend longer in the world? And then going, well, if we must send them on adventures and make them explore and make them, getting all those diamonds harder. And I don't think that's how they should be looking at it. Because, yeah, of course, if you've got millions of players, a lot of those are going to be like, I'm going to open a world, playing it for a bit, go off and do something else, and then maybe open a different one. And, but if they could somehow focus that onto the players that actually play the game regularly, they'll see that's not the right way to go about improving the game. If anything, it's making it, well, from my perspective anyway, worse. So,
Yeah, I would definitely agree on that. Definitely. Trying to get too directed with it. Next, we got Tiny Raccoon that says, short and sweet, love the new logo.
Thank you. I work hard on it, mate.
It's fancy.
Take ages, like
It's
a whole
fancy.
hour or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, a whole hour of your day, I think is what it was.
Slow as Molasses is back saying, I like the logo. You did it while I was at work today. My first post was still showing the old logo, and now there's the new logo. Now let's see that shimmer. Yeah, it took a little bit more than an hour, but to be honest with you, it wasn't that much longer. It's probably about 3 hours, I think, perfecting it. Yeah. I got a few people in the Discord, like general chat with us, oh, did you use a template? No, I did not use a template. I make it myself.
Looks too good. You had to cheat, right? That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like one of them rubbish
No faith.
template ones that you can download off the internet. Thanks, mate.
Did you go to Fiverr with it?
I thought about it. Every time I have to do something like this, I think, I wonder if I can get someone on Fiverr to do it. But then then I was saying, the amount of time it'll take me to try and explain what it needs and how it has to be, I could just do it myself. There's no point. No. Jeez.
Next up, we got Swinky.
Swinkid, I think.
Swinky, swing. I've been a longtime follower and viewer, watching all but maybe 3 episodes. Thanks for making the best Bedrock podcast.
You're welcome.
I like that. I was not expecting you to include the missing villager bug I was experiencing the same day that I posted. It really did make me want to not do anything with villagers in the Nether. I ended up resorting to using minecarts after losing about 4 villagers. It's not reproducible on any other worlds, so my guess is the bug will be closed as cannot reproduce. The joys of old worlds. I'm excited to hear all the banter on the latest version. Keep up the amazing podcast.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Swinky D. S-Winky D. Maybe that's how we say it. Let us know, S-Winky D, how to pronounce your name. I think it's Swinkid.
Exactly.
Like the capital letters are all in the wrong place, so I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Purple Hoser 2388 is back saying, hi, Foxy and Slack. 1.20, in my opinion, is decent, but definitely not my favourite update. I'm sure the Bugdate will be fun this week. I'm excited to hear your opinions on the update, Purple. I've heard a lot of things, but there's not a lot in the Bugdate, to be fair. And
no,
I've got a lot. I've got a lot. But yeah, I haven't seen a great deal from other people at this point.
Zinman 16 says, hi, Foxy. On the bonus show, you discussed reinstalling Windows PC due to the Xbox app failure and not being able to resolve it. I've encountered this kind of issue a few times, and it turned out to be a user profile corruption. You can create a new user profile and switch to it to test if this is the case. Apologies if you've already tried this. Support may miss this test as it's not particularly common or obvious to try. Just thought you should know there may be other options, quick fixes, if you experience something like this in the future.
Thank you. No, I didn't try that, mainly because it drives me absolutely insane having more than one user profile on the PC. I've had all sorts of issues in the past with applications not working correctly because they're set up for one user, or even Minecraft won't install because it thinks it's for the other user, or not being able to download from the store because it gets confused. So I've made a point over the last few years of only having one user profile on my PC because the things that I do, not all the time, but just generally sometimes break if I have more than one. And that is, believe it or not, so this all started with when I got stuck in the Minecraft beta on my main account. I had two user profiles also on this PC. So what I did was I went, well, okay, if I'm stuck on this one, what I'll do is I'll switch over to the other profile, download Minecraft through that. And then that was stuck in the beta, and it had never been even in the insider program, which you had to be at the time. So I was like, okay, fair enough. I won't do that. I'll take the other account that was on this computer, load that onto my laptop that doesn't have any other accounts on it, that isn't stuck in the beta, and download it on that. And then that one was in the beta as well. Again, without ever having been in the insider program. So no. Basically, I won't do that. And in terms of, just so you should know, there may be other options, quick fixes. I spent literally 4 or 5 hours trawling Reddit, Google, everything I could think of to try and find an answer to it. And all of the answers that I found were, you have to restart your computer. There was loads of, type this in your command and change this in your registry and do this and do that. And none of them worked. And they all came down to, if none of that works, just reset your PC, which I did, and then it worked. So, there you go. Thank you, but no thanks. For reasons. Okay, Downloadable Duck says, hello, Foxy and Slack. I'm a Minecraft Bedrock Edition modder. I would like to use a custom player heads created on fxnt.net in a working Among Us map that I'm going to publish on MCPEDL. May I use the pack I created in a published world? I will give you credit for the mod. And the nice thing of me to say here would be, oh, yes, no problem, absolutely. But I'm going to stand by my hard line of absolutely not. No. Okay, sounds harsh. The reason is, okay, so I put a lot of time and effort into making these mods and these packs and these add-ons. And the only way I get anything back from those is by people going to my website and downloading them. And my website has ads on it. If I don't get that revenue, right, then then there's no point in me making the things, because it's just a waste of my time. So if I have it's in the end user license agreement, which you'll get with all the packs you download. If you have one of my packs, you are more than welcome to put it on a server and play with it with your friends. You're more than welcome to edit it and do whatever you want to do with it, like for yourself personally. But you're not allowed to share it. You're not allowed to post it as part of other packs, and you're not allowed to put put it on your website and download links to that. You have to always link back to the original pack. And that is just because that's fair. I do this for free, so that's the least you can do in order to help support me with that. It just doesn't cost you anything to do that. No. So putting that on MCPEDL, yes, it's going to be technically modified for whatever you've done with it, but that's then still, it's a bit of an awkward one. If you were saying, I want to put your one player sleep on in a pack that's gone on there, I would say, no, just tell people to go to my website and download it from there if they want it on their world. But because what you've done is you've made a player heads map that's got unique heads in it, it's technically not the same, but it's still my code. I still make it, bro. If you want to do that, put the effort in and make your own. I've had this a few times with people saying, can't I just use your code in my map or in my world or in my thing or this, that, and the other that I'm going to sell or share or put here or give to these people? Just put the effort in. Make your own. It's not hard. If you're a modder, you can do it. Take you 5 minutes. So, unfortunately, no.
Fair enough. No, I'd have the same stance, to be honest with you. It's fair enough. Yep.
The thing is, I know most people in the technology industry, or a lot of people these days, are like, open source and share and do this, that, and the other. And that's great. You know, I totally take my hands off to people that have time and effort to put into open source programs and just giving everything away for free and doing it for the community. And if I was retired and I had a steady source of income and I wasn't 100% reliant on every single penny I get through AdWords and you know, Patreon and everything like that, then I'd be a little bit more lenient on it. But at the moment, I'm not. I'm still barely breaking even with the bills I have to pay and everything else like that. So I'm not in a position to just go, do what you want. You know?
Yeah.
I don't feel anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't feel I have to. And I've always been a person that I don't want to open source my stuff because I worked hard on that and my time, to me, is valuable. And your time should be valuable. Anybody that's doing this sort of stuff, if you're doing it for free, then great, hats off to you. But your time is valuable. Don't give it away for nothing unless you have to or unless you're like really, really into it.
Exactly. Totally agree with that.
Okay.
But moving on from that, we got DJ Chris up next. It says, Foxy, 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 how's your day? Oh, I got a Slack. How's your day? That's different. As usual, I really loved the last podcast, and Foxy, a YouTuber, Dallas Med 65, showed off your armor stands pack.
Nice. Did he link back to my website and get me lots of clicks? Did I get lots of ad revenue? I hope so. Oh, geez.
Mini?
A few people have done that, but I watched one the other day from someone I won't mention, but they were at one point a member of Truly Bedrock for like a week. And they posted a video that was all about the offhand pack that I made. And they milked it and really raked in the views on this offhand add-on. And then went, oh, yes, this was made by a member of the Minecraft community. And then, like, right at the end. Oh, no, it wasn't even right at the end. I think it was just in his description below, right at the bottom, there was a link to my website. And I'm like, wow, that's fine. He's made a video on it. But, we played on the server together. You know, the least you can do is recognize
We've talked in voice chat together.
Yeah. No. Wow. Mean.
Sorry. Some people out there, this is my video and I can't say no one else's name in it. You know?
No, I shall not give anything to anyone else. Just a little name in description. I don't mind. That's fine with me. That didn't bother me at all. I just thought, because I knew them, you know, you would expect that from someone you don't know. But
yeah.
It seemed odd. Anyway. That is the end of this week's feedback. If you want to leave us feedback, you can do by emailing us the old email address, which is news@theminecraftupdate.com, filling in the feedback form on our website, or joining our Discord. The links are all in the description below. I'm not going to mention the names in here because obviously this is just about me and Slack, but there's a small bit in the bottom of the description with the links in there. So don't worry about it, guys. Okay. On to the news. Slack. It's been a week. It's been a week. In fact, it's been like a day or 2 days.
Yeah. I haven't even been on the update, but for just like 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the obvious, which is Minecraft Beta and Preview 1.20.10.21, which was posted a week ago, Slack. It's a new preview, and it's got my favorite thing in the game.
Snake.
No, recipe unlocking.
No.
Recipe unlocking.
Do I need to click this?
Coming to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It's been in Java for a long time, and I put a tweet out. It's been a very, very, very big tweet, actually. A lot of likes, a lot of retweets, and a lot of stuff back where I said, hot take, recipe unlocking should not exist. It does nothing but break the immersion of the game with unnecessary pop-ups. And my reasoning for this is that, a lot of the arguments against me were, oh no, it's really good for new players, teaching them how to play the game. And I disagree. And I disagree for this reason. If a new player joins a game, right? If you download a game that's not Minecraft and you open the game and you're immediately looking at it going, what do I do? There's nothing to do here. And they go, oh yeah, it's crafting table. Okay, what can I craft on here? Sticks. That's all I can craft. There's no instruction there to go off and go and find more things to craft. It's just, that's all you can craft, right? And we have this amazing thing that already exists on Bedrock Edition called a recipe book, which shows you what you can craft by default. But there's this lovely little toggle there that then shows you all the other things that are in the game. And when you look at those, you go, oh, wow, there's loads of stuff in this game. How do I make that? Oh, I need stone and I need prismarine and I need this. Right, I'm going to go off and find those things. And you set off on an adventure and you've given someone this, wow, how do I go and get those things? Whereas the community seems to feel, and I think this is coming from, obviously, someone said it that they all believe in and like things really important. Someone said, oh, it's great for new players, but they haven't thought it through. They seem to think a new player is going to be overwhelmed by all of the items and things you can craft in the game. If that was the case, Minecraft wouldn't be the most popular game in the world, and it is not because of Java Edition, which has recipe unlocking. It is because of Bedrock Edition, where the massive 90% of the players are. Right? Okay? So it doesn't make sense to go, oh, that's a good feature on Java Edition. Let's add it to Bedrock Edition. And the really good thing, Slack, before you start.
I'm listening.
On Java Edition, they've got a thing called the knowledge book, right? And you can give yourself a knowledge book, read it, and you just learn all the recipes. So you don't have to have the pop-ups on every single world. Did they add that on Bedrock Edition?
No.
What have you got to say about this?
I'm looking at live chat over there, and Irish Viking said, I'm hoping that they do this to see if they can do advancements on Bedrock.
It's not going to happen.
I didn't think that was going to happen, but my question is, the recipe unlocking, is it per world or per profile?
It will be, that's interesting. I don't know.
Right, because if it is per world, then that would mean it would be possible to do advancements in the future.
Oh, it is already possible to do advancements. It's all of the stuff that you need for advancements exists in the game now, but they won't do it because Xbox are too built into this game. What are they called? Gamer points or whatever it is. You know, when you get, PlayStation want the trophies. Xbox really need those achievements.
Gamer score.
Yeah. So I don't see them doing it. It would be really nice if they did, or at least enabled us to have custom advancements, or maybe they'll even throw in an option saying you can get achievements per world, and when you get one that you haven't got that's an actual achievement, then that'll go onto your Xbox profile. Maybe. That would be great.
I don't know. With them doing this, if it's per world instead of per profile, I think that might be something they're working to.
I hope so.
I really do. In the name of parody, as they like to always do everything, if we're getting this because of parody, then that means they're going to be able to track each individual's players' recipes per world. So if I log into TB and I get Acacia, then it's like, oh, you can do this. But let's say I log into Slackville and I've never touched Acacia, it's not going to show up. Then that means each world's stats are individually separated from the profile, and they could give us advancements per world, which would be nice.
Yeah. I really do hope that's the case. But now you've started talking about that, I kind of think maybe it is like per player, because if the argument is it's great for new players who, to show them, it says here, picking up an item teaches you how to craft the item. Great for when a friend gives you a tool you haven't crafted before, right? That's in the changelog. So
right,
why would you need that pop up multiple times for the same thing? So I don't know. I'd have to play with it, but I haven't. But I don't
know. It also worries me. It'd probably be trivial kilobytes, and I hope it's trivial kilobytes. But each player on the world has their own file where it tells you where they logged out, what their coordinates are, what their bed is.
Yeah.
So is that going to track on the world then, knows this recipe, knows that recipe, doesn't know this, doesn't know that?
Thousands of recipes. Where's it going to store that information?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And how quickly is that going to add up? Is that going to take a 10 kilobyte file and make it a megabyte? And then if you have 100 people that have been on that world, that's an extra 100 megabytes.
Yeah, this is why I'm thinking it's probably going to be per person rather than per world, because then it'll be stored on your client. So every time you reinstall Minecraft, it'll all happen again. Every time you reinstall Minecraft, or every time you get an update, then you'll be able to get them all over again.
Oh, that's...
But that makes sense without the knowledge book, doesn't it? It makes sense that they haven't added the knowledge book because it'll be per person. Oh, jeez.
This is going to be interesting to see where they go with it in the long run.
It does say, we'd love to hear your feedback and what you think of this feature. And there's a link there. So please, everybody go to it and say, I hate this. Take it away. Please. Please. Okay, right. Other changes in this changelog. Sneak and crawl has been fixed a bit, so you won't get stuck inside cauldrons or composters anymore when crawling inside with the trapdoor. So the trapdoor thing works. That's on Java Edition. I didn't think it would, but apparently it does. That's good.
Nice. That's a good change.
Yeah. Fixed an issue where gliding or swimming could sometimes give the player incorrect bounding box, so that's nice. And there's a bunch of other things that's not really that interesting. This one flagged up to me that I thought, I don't know anything about it, but it says mobs are back to normal despawn rate during the night. So I'm going to have a look at that changelog. Was it 30-second despawn immunity is broken again? Non-persistent mobs are supposed to have 30 seconds of despawn immunity after spawning or taking damage. So at nighttime, they were just despawning too quickly. Is that what it's saying?
Yep, they would instantly spawn and be within the 32 to 40, whatever, and would just spawn and go out of existence. So, like, if you had a base of mob farm above your head, they would spawn, and before they could even fall, they would despawn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. They have finally removed the shovel from the bamboo raft recipe, which they left out last time, which is nice. And there's a bunch of stuff for other things. One thing of note, though, is that if you run your BDS server, Bedrock Dedicated Server, on Linux, you will no longer get support for it if you're running Ubuntu 18.04 LTS, because it's old, basically. So I don't know why they're saying it will reach the end of standard support, because they don't give support on the BDS. So I'm assuming what they're saying is you should put it over on the other one because it won't work soon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's kind of basically about it for that update, which means we are going into the big one, which is the Tales and Trails 1.20 has been released. Finally, it's here. What feels like not really all that long compared to how long we waited for the Deep Dark.
No.
It doesn't. It feels like it's been quite quick this time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Yep.
Yeah, and they've released it on Chromebook, which is now nice. So that's good. Should we go through all of the new features, Slack? We probably should, shouldn't we? I know we've been going on about it for ages.
We should on this one. We should. This is the official release, so yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Okay, craftable brush. I've been using one of them today, Slack. I'll tell you all about it in my week section. Yeah.
Okay.
A brush.
Nice.
A suspicious sand and a suspicious gravel that you can find at desert temples. There aren't any there, I checked. Desert wells, you get 2. And warm ocean ruins, there's a few. Suspicious gravel can be found in cold ocean ruins and trail ruins, which is true. The fragile blocks are hard to spot and easy to destroy, so be careful. I did break one by mistake. Brushing suspicious sand or suspicious gravel will give you absolute junk. That's not officially what the changelog says, but in my underwater travels today, I got wheat, wooden hose, emeralds, and gold nuggets.
That seems like a lot of wasted time.
Yeah, I did get a few pottery shards, not very many, but so this got me thinking, and I know we're going through a changelog. I am going to make a add-on, 2 add-ons actually. One add-on is going to make it so that suspicious sand and suspicious gravel only give you the stuff that's supposed to be in them rather than all of the junk loot as well. Because to me, it's like if fishing in Minecraft was like, oh, okay, you can fish in Minecraft, but there's a maximum of 500 things you can catch, right? Or 1,000 things you can catch. But then every single time you still got string and boots, you'd be like, well, I'm never going to get the stuff I want, right? With this, it's very rare. The stuff is rare. There's not that much of it about. So on the whole infinite world, yes, there's a lot. But again, it comes back to exploring. I went to nearly 20,000 blocks out in the overworld today. We've just trimmed the server and I've just flown 20,000 blocks out. And on my journey out, I must have got maybe, I didn't go to every single one, but like 25, 30 pieces of suspicious sand and gravel. So once it's gone, it's gone. It's not renewable. So I think they should always give you at least a pottery shard or, something from the update rather than just, or even like a new brush would be nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think taking the junk out of those. The other one I want to do is, now I got 2 thoughts on this. Again, I talked about this on my live stream. What would you rather in vanilla Slack? Would you rather the Wandering Trader sold you in fact, 3 things. The Wandering Trader sold you occasional random smithing templates. So again, because they're not renewable and exploring and servers. There was a new Wandering Trader called the Exploring Trader, which just sold smithing templates, but, randomly and not very many of them and quite expensive. But you might find them because they're exploring in the Nether and in the end. Or would you rather give them to is it the blacksmith villager? Not the blacksmith. Which one? Cartographer. Whichever one deals with, it would be the cartographer villager, wouldn't it? That does like the Woodland Mansion maps and things like that. Or I guess the blacksmith because it's a smithing template. I don't know. Maybe a bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both, but I don't like the idea of another Wandering Trader, but I do love the idea of taking the existing one. Why haven't they done nothing with him in every update since he's been
because they hate him as much as we do.
Well, then they should have never put him in the game.
No, I know.
If they actually gave him a use of trading like shards or even, a 1 in 10 chance of having a template, it would be something to actually check from him.
Exactly. So that was my thoughts right exactly.
Now,
but the
right
reason
now we see him, I think everybody just chops him. That's it.
Don't even check. Don't even look. And this would have been the perfect opportunity for him to have these. And the only reason I'm saying having a different one rather than the Wandering Trader is just because when you start fiddling with existing vanilla entities and loot tables, all of a sudden you're creating packs that conflict with this pack and they need updating every update. Whereas if you've got a Wandering Explorer that's a different entity, you're never going to need to update it and it's never going to conflict with any other pack. So that was the only reason behind that.
Mr. Barbecue. Mr. Barbecue. He's been out on adventures. Yep. Mm-hmm.
In the Nether looking a bit tanned. Okay.
Yeah.
So, back to the changelog. They've added Trail Ruin Slack. It's a buried structure from a lost culture. Mm-hmm. You can get 4 types of armature in there. Sorry, I keep talking over you. Go on.
No. You can you?
Yes. They can be found in taigas, snowy taigas, old growth forest biomes, never heard of an old growth forest biome, and jungles. And I came across 2 of those today. They did both have little bits sticking out the top, but when you dug underneath that, it was gone. So the rest of it must be like deeper on the ground. At least that's what people in the chat were telling me.
Yeah, there's a bug with them right now. They're 1 appearing above ground, and 2, the top part is not connected to the bottom.
Yes, but that makes them very easy to find. So that's good. I think they should leave it like that. A new music disc can be found by brushing suspicious blocks within this structure, and you can get The Relic by Aaron Cheroff from there, which I still haven't listened to yet.
I was about to say, did you get it today in all your mysterious block brushing?
No, but I did get 6 different types of smithing template, and I did get I think I got 4 or 5 different types of pottery shard. Speaking of pottery shards, they've added pottery shards, and these pottery shards have pictures on them. There are a total of 20 shards that have been distributed between the 5 archaeology sites: desert wells, desert temples, cold ocean ruins, warm ocean ruins, and trail ruins. They cannot be crafted, and they're only found by brushing suspicious sand or gravel if you're lucky enough to not get wheat underwater or a wooden hoe. True story. And with those pottery shards, you can make decorated pots. Crafting 4 pottery shards together will create a decorated pot with a picture on each side. Brick items can be used instead of pottery shards in the decorated pot recipe. The sides that were made from brick items will not have pictures. Smash a decorated pot with any block breaking tool to break it apart and get the pottery shards back. Hitting the pot with bare hand, silk touch tools, or any other item will drop an intact pot instead. Crafted decorated pots with at least 1 pattern will have a hover tooltip displaying the shard and brick ingredients.
Interesting.
The next
one,
be
using decorative pots.
Yeah, I really like the decorative pots. Again, very annoying that there is a very low chance of actually getting one of the shards from one of the very, very rare pieces of suspicious sand or gravel. But I'm sure by the end of the season, I'll have at least 3 or 4 pots. So that's good news.
Nice.
Speaking of those, my mini blocks pack, I added the a mini version of the decorated pot in it, which looks obviously you got so big ones and with some small ones around them, and when you wear it on your head, it sticks right up on your head, which is really good. So I like that. Next on the list, the cherry groves Slack, new cherry grove biome with pretty cherry blossom trees. The biome can be found in the mountains in similar places as meadows. And they've added a new cherry wood set with all of the corresponding wooden things you can craft from it. Pink particles will fall from beneath the cherry trees, and they've added a new pink petal block with lots of pink flowers on the ground. Each pink petal block will contain up to 4 petals. Using bone meal on it increases the number of petals, so you can actually make them more. And placing a pink petal onto an already placed block increases the number of petals. It drops the number of petals when the block is mined. So that's good news. And again, I went to one of those today, but on accident, because I was actually going to a pillager outpost to see if I could get the pillager outpost smithing template, but there wasn't one there. And then I got minced by the pillagers at the cherry grove biome when I was trying to get the leaves, and I had to then fly another 17,000 blocks to get back to my stuff. So that was good.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah, I did a lot of flying in today's stream.
That's good.
There's a whole new wood set. Slack. Bamboo! It's not just a green stick anymore. Your bamboo farm's actually going to be useful because you can make things out of it. With 9 bamboo, you can make basically a bamboo log, plank thing, and then you can get bamboo logs and bamboo stairs and mosaic bamboo and bamboo slabs, and bamboo boats or rafts. And they're all amazing because this is the best thing. Now we can 3D print chests with a bamboo farm. No more having to go chopping wood and wasting that precious, precious spruce on chests. You just turn on your bamboo farm, craft a bunch of bamboo blocks, and boom, free chests for life, bro. Until they decide, how do we make this harder, more hard work? Maybe they should have to go exploring for chests. Yes. We'll hide chests in suspicious grass that can only be found at the very top of a mountain covered in snow. Perfect, yes. And it costs you 28 diamonds per piece of suspicious grass. Yes.
And then we'll guard it with a new boss.
Yeah. Jeez. Hanging signs are in the game, Slack.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that, yep.
And don't forget now that not only do we have hanging signs which hang, that now all signs are editable and can all be written on both sides.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's very nice. So I'm very happy about the sign stuff. And you can wax a sign to stop people going and scribbling on it, which is nice. So that's good.
But can other people unwax the sign?
No, you have to smash it to bits.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah. So that's good. They have added a sniffer. I got a sniffer egg in my travels today. They're passive friendly mobs.
Did you?
They sniff the air and occasionally dig for seeds, which produces a torchflower seed or a pitcher pod item. The sniffers only dig grass and dirt like blocks, and they can be tempted and bred with torchflower seeds, which is nice.
Nice.
The sniffer egg, which I just alluded to, can be found by brushing the suspicious sand of the Warm Ocean ruins, and when 2 sniffers breed, they do not immediately spawn a snifflet. Instead, a sniffer egg is dropped. And when placed in the world, the sniffer egg will hatch after some time. When placed on moss, the egg will hatch after 10 minutes, and on all the other blocks, it will take 20 minutes. So that's good.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Now, torch flowers and pitch plants are the new plants, and these plants or flowers are the only flowers in the game that now come as a seed, which you plant the seed to grow the flower, which is a bit weird, especially weird because villagers will harvest them. They won't plant them, I don't believe. Or will they plant? No, they will plant them, but they won't harvest them.
Yeah.
So you can give a villager a bunch of sniffer seeds, torchflower seeds or pitcher pods, and it will go along and it will plant them in all of your empty farmland, and then they'll just be there and they'll grow, and then you can harvest them whenever you want to. So I guess, that's nice. Bit weird, but it's nice. And
bit weird, I would say.
They don't do anything other than turn into either orange dye or cyan dye, respectively. And
oh, wait, that can be made into cyan dye? So you're telling me I don't have to have a cactus farm no more to get cyan dye?
Yes. Yes, and cyan terracotta is
love
the
this.
best terracotta in the world.
Yes, I suddenly love the pitcher plant.
The weird thing is, they both look very otherworldly, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say they look ancient like the sniffer. I think they look otherworldly. And I think they
look alien.
They do. And I think the sniffer looks a bit alien as well, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
I'm still convinced. I'm still convinced after all this time, these things are from the deep, dark dimension. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't.
Because they don't fit with anything else. And okay, they invented Deep Dark, which is the darkest place in the world, and then they add in torch flowers, and they look like fire, but they don't light anything up. There's two sides here not playing games with each other.
Yeah, no.
No. There's more to come with this. I'm convinced of it. Either that or Mojang have just completely and utterly lost the plot, and I don't believe that. I think they're making some strange decisions, but I don't think they've lost the plot this much. So, who knows? Maybe they've just gone, oh yeah, let's make some unusual stuff that don't fit with everything else we've done. Yeah, all right, then let's do that. We'll go against everything we've ever said we're ever going to do, and we'll do that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Seems legit.
Yeah. Smithing tables have been redesigned, Slack.
Have they now?
Yes. So you go off in the world and you go and find your suspicious things or chests in places or even Elder Guardians, and you grab yourself a smithing template. And a smithing template is a fancy little item that you then stick on a smithing table along with your bit of armor, and it puts a different flavor, like a bit of redstone or something, and you can trim your armors. You can make all of your armors beautiful. So there's problems, Slack. There's problems.
Okay.
In order to do so, it uses up this incredibly rare item, this smithing template that you spent all this time going out there to find. You've travelled many, many, many thousand blocks on the back of your camel, and then you got back and you've put it on your smithing template, smithing table, and it vanished. But the game goes, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. All that time that you're out there exploring, I know you weren't down in your mine getting diamonds, but if you go down your mine, spend an equal amount of time or longer getting some diamonds, you can spend 7 of them and a block of whichever material the template's made, and you got to guess. You got to guess. We're not going to tell you. You got to guess. And you can duplicate it. So you can have infinite of them, Slack. For the low cost of maybe 3 or 4 hours of mining for diamonds.
No. No. Duplication glitch video win?
Okay, to be fair, it's not going to take you 3 or 4 hours to mine 7 diamonds. But if you've gone out like I have, so I've gone out and I've got 2 of each of 5 sets, because they normally come in 2s, and one of another one. So I've got 11 smithing templates altogether. If I just wanted to duplicate each one of those, that's 77 diamonds that I got to find to duplicate each one of those.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So yeah, that's great. But the good thing is you can now visually customize your armor with a variety of unique trims. And don't forget, they've done this with the netherite as well. Netherite no longer just go down into the nether and dig some ancient debris, smelt it, and then mix it with gold. No, that's not difficult enough. You now have to go to a bastion, hope that none of your friends have been there, be murdered by brutes because your armor's not very good, and hope, fingers crossed, that there's a couple of smithing templates still left in the chest there that you probably can't find because you've been minced by all of the piglin brutes. And then you can get your netherite templates, again, can be duplicated for 7 diamonds each. And I think it's a piece of netherite. Is it netherite that you duplicate those with?
No, I think it's redstone, or not redstone, but just netherrack.
Netherrack, is it? Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. And then you can put netherite on your armor. Okay. There are there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, there's more. There's a lot of different armor trims. So in the trail runes, you can get Wayfinder, Razor, Shaper, and Host armor trims. So that's 4. Okay, count with me, guys. In the Pillager Outpost, you get Sentry. In the Desert Pyramid, you get Dune. Shipwreck Coast. Jungle Temple is Wild. Ocean Monument is Tide. Ancient City is Ward and Silence, so we're up to 11. Woodland Mansion is Vex. Nether Fortress is Rib. The Bastion Remnant is Snout. And Stronghold is Eye. And End City is Spire. So that is 16 different types that you can have altogether. And
I gotta go to the end? It's so boring there.
Well, now you can get smithing template, bro. Amazing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I bet we'll have more Spire armor trims than anything else, because when you go and do your end raiding, you're going through those chests, you come back with all that junk that just sits there and you're never going to use it. I bet they'll be the most popular ones. The ones that confused me the most was the one that you get from the Ocean Monument. So the Tide one. Obviously, there's no chest in an Ocean Monument, so you get those from killing the Elder Guardians, which there are 3 of in each Ocean Monument.
Yep.
But there's a 1 in 5 chance of getting one. So...
What? Excuse me? It's random.
Yes.
I have to go kill, technically, a boss mob. And I get a random chance at getting one of these.
Yes. Yeah. So I actually got 2 from 1 Ocean Monument, which was fine. But yeah, I thought that would have been like the sponges, just guaranteed drop. But no. 1 in 4 chance, bro.
I like the idea of making a pack where when you kill the dragon, it's going to choose one of the templates to just drop.
Oh, that's a good idea. A netherite one. Netherite one. Plus netherite one.
Look, if there's like 11 of these and you kill the dragon, it's the boss. Or even the warden. Or something. If all bosses had a chance to drop one of these templates, that'd be nice too.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. It's a really good idea, Slack. Jeez. Okay. New in the game, camels that can be ridden by 2 players and equipped with a saddle that will spawn naturally in desert villages. I found one today. They can be tempted by holding a cactus. You can feed the cactus to breed them. They are tall, it says. Camels are tall. Are they? I would never have guessed. Thank you, whoever wrote this changelog. You have made my day. Camels are tall. That's the name of this podcast.
Yeah.
I need to write that down. Someone write that down. Remind me later. Jeez. Camels randomly sit down. While sitting, it's difficult to convince them to move. Camels can either walk slowly or sprint quickly, and they also have a dash. So it's like a little bit like the horse's jump boost, but it's a dash. I'm just writing that down. Camels are tall. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay. So, that's camels. Chisel bookshelves. There's only 1 wood variety. I'm still really surprised that they didn't do a whole bunch of different wood type of these, but that's fine. They look really nice. They're crafted with 6 planks and 3 wooden slabs, and they can store books and quills and enchanted books as well, and up to 6 books. It basically, comparators can detect the last book placed or removed, so you can use them for opening doors and things, and you can use them with hoppers as well. You can hopper the books in and hopper the books out as well. So that's nice. You can now use these in your sorting system, Slack, for enchanted books. So what farms do we know that give you enchanted books?
Raid farm.
Exactly. Put a couple of the chisel bookshelves at the end. Suddenly you filtered out all of your books.
So now you can filter out the potions and the water bottles with the brewing stands. You can filter out the books.
Yep.
Then all you're going to be left with is what? Armor
Swords.
and bows?
Swords and totems. Yeah, armor, bows and totems. So that's good.
Mm.
So you don't need so many allays if you're using allays to sort your stuff out, which is nice.
Nice.
Something unique to Bedrock, sort of, kind of, maybe. A top vanilla parity feature request. We now have shield customization, so you can now use banners to customize your shields, which is amazing. And I say, Bedrock only. That's only because it's been in Java Edition so long, I think everyone's forgotten about it there. So that's good for us. We've got a whole bunch of new music. I'm not going to read them all out, but if you want to check them out, you can look in the changelogs below. And we've got calibrated skulk sensors, which are a variant of skulk sensors, which allow you to filter vibrations based on the frequency level, which is absolutely amazing. They're not found naturally, but they can be crafted with 1 skulk sensor, 3 amethyst shards, and that's it. And I really want to now actually go to the deep dark to get skulk sensors. That's the first time I've actually wanted to go there. So that's good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to using those. I'm not going to go through vibrational resonance and all of the frequencies. I'm not going to go through playable. Oh, yeah, we'll get the piglin head now. New piglin mob head. So that's nice. And some new achievements. We got smithing with style. So basically using the smithing templates. Planting the past. See, it even says plant any sniffer seed. The past, the ancient plants, but they're not. They're otherworldly in my mind. And careful restoration. Make a decorated pot out of 4 pottery shards. Known issues. Boats that have been placed before today's update may not function correctly until they've been broken and placed again. Any mobs inside boats will be ejected when loading your world for the first time. Yes. All of your boats that you've got in the nether with all those mobs in doing your spawn mob capping of all of the mobs going to get out, Slack. It's
really nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch. Look at this list of bug fixes. It's absolutely unreal. Tons and tons and tons of them. Not going to go into all of them. But yeah, if you want to read the whole bunch of those, then please do check out the changelog that is in the description below. So on that, obviously Java Edition got the update as well. It'd be very silly of me to go through the whole thing again because I've just done it. They got pretty much exactly the same things. No doubt theirs are slightly better and work slightly more efficiently. But on the whole, they should be exactly the same. Actually, to be fair to Bedrock, I haven't seen with the update stuff any issues at all, apart from like the trail ruins poking out the ground and being detached. But that's it.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Minecraft Java Edition is now fully supported on Windows devices using ARM architecture. Do you know what that is?
Not a clue.
Okay, so quick tech thing. For many, 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 many years, the main processors that you will find in a computer are an Intel processor or an AMD processor. And most of those will be something called x86, which will either be a 32-bit or a 64-bit processor. But in mobiles and in lots of smaller devices like Raspberry Pis and things like that, they have, and in the new Macs, all of the new Mac stuff, they have what are called ARM chips, which are like ridiculously efficient little things it's the future of processors. So in 10 years time, we won't have any of what we've got at the moment. We'll all be running ARM because it's ridiculously power efficient. You can squeeze a lot more power into them. And like the Windows Surface Pro X has even decided it's going to go down this route as well. And obviously the Mac Studios, which are touted as the most powerful workstations in the world for doing like video editing and stuff, they're all running on this stuff. So yeah, Java Edition is now capable of running on that, which is really nice. So that's good. And there are many things in there, which we're not going to read. So that is it for Minecraft updates. But we do have a lot to talk about in changelog. I've written Twitch being... and then a word I can't repeat on the podcast. Because Twitch have been up to their old tricks again, haven't they, Slack?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice update. Yeah.
So the first thing that Twitch announced this week was that there shall be no more multi-streaming for non-affiliates. So it was a thing a while back that if you became a Twitch partner, that you weren't allowed to multi-stream. If you were a Twitch partner any piece of content that you made through Twitch couldn't be put onto another platform till after 24 hours having finished the live stream.
Yeah.
So a lot of people backed off being a partner or chose not to be a partner so that they could multi-stream, because for a lot of people, multi-streaming is really important so that you could, particularly for businesses and things like that, so you can stream on YouTube and Kick and, you know, all of the other streaming platforms that have ever existed at the same time. And I've thought about doing it. In fact, we even mentioned doing it when we start doing these podcasts as streams rather than in the Discord. We've said, we'll multi-stream it. We'll do it on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch all at the same time. But Twitch has said, no. No, even if you are not affiliated, even if you are just a standard Twitch member, if you start multi-streaming your content onto the other platforms, we will ban you. Why? It doesn't make any difference to them at all.
And it's literally backtracking on what they were saying earlier this year.
Yeah. Yeah, because they basically said to partners, don't worry about it. We're getting rid of that rule. You can multi-stream now if you want.
Yep. You'll be able to monetize your stream at the same time as streaming on another platform. Yep. And then they literally just went back on their word on that. Yep.
But why? What do they hope to achieve from this? Because the only positive thing I can see for Twitch from this is they think, well, if people are only streaming on Twitch, their viewers will have to watch through Twitch, so they'll see more ads. Okay, they might get a few more viewers per stream. But realistically, that they're more like, it just seems, I don't know, doesn't seem like that's a big of a deal. You know, if they instead said, people are multi-streaming, so obviously there are other people that want to watch these streams on other platforms. How can we draw those people to Twitch? How can we entice those people to watch on Twitch instead? By doing things for the viewers and the streamers. They would stand a much better chance of bringing people over than just going, no, you're not allowed to do that.
See, that goes hand in hand with what my complaint is, if you want me to jump into my complaint now, I think. My complaint is anybody out there that watches Twitch and you have a participating game that you're watching for drops. Twitch does drops on games from time to time.
Just explain
almost
what drops
guaranteed
are.
Drops. Drops are you get in-game rewards for participating in someone's stream for a specific amount of time. So let's just take Elder Scrolls, for example, okay? Elder Scrolls Online. If you're watching a streamer streaming the Elder Scrolls and you have your Elder Scrolls account linked up to your Twitch account, when you watch that person streaming the game, after so many hours, you get rewarded this in-game. You get rewarded that in-game. You get rewarded this after 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. The longer you watch, the more you get rewarded. Now, I've never, ever seen a Twitch drop that dealt with anything financial before. Never. Never have I ever until this week. With the launch of Diablo 4, Blizzard has teamed up with a massive list of streamers that are doing drops on Twitch that are a financial gain. Okay, so it's not you're being rewarded for going there and watching. You're still getting the rewards for watching with time, okay? So you watch for 2 hours, you'll get this. You watch for 3, you'll get this. You watch for 4, you'll get this. But what I find just utterly disgusting is they've now added in something with the drops that if you go and drop 2 subs on one of these sanctioned streamers, you get a free in-game mount. Okay? Now, it doesn't sound like much. You think, oh, okay, so somebody can go drop 2 subs. Let's say that costs American $10, and they get a free in-game mount. Okay? Well, half of that money's going to Twitch. Half of that money's going to the streamer. But it's taking something that was awarding people for time before just by watching and now adding a monetary thing to it.
And what do they get for spending their money? Do they get something in the game?
Yeah, they get a free horse in the game.
Right.
That's it. A horse. But I sat and watched, I won't name the streamers, but there's several of them out there. You can go to Twitch right now, find somebody streaming Diablo 4, and I guarantee you, if they got over 20,000 people, you're going to see 2 subs dropped almost every second. I sat and watched somebody the other night for about 45 minutes, and they were averaging over 100 subs per minute.
There's got to
just
be
gifted out.
I mean, the game studios, they wouldn't do it unless they were making money from that. Unless they're trying.
Exactly.
So you talk about the 50-50 split there with this Twitch and the creator. There's got to be something else going on there. There's no way Twitch are going to take less than 50%. So the creator's going to be splitting their 50% with the game company as well.
Yeah, somewhere. But this is the first time I've ever seen a drop tied to money. Not just viewing, not just watching, not just lurking. This is tied actively to money. And then at the same time, Twitch updates and says, no multi-streaming?
Yeah, no multi-streaming, and no what we're going to go into next, Slack, which this is where it really takes the biscuit. So they go, okay, we're going to do all of these sponsored things, but no one else is allowed to. No one... Yeah. They did backtrack eventually, but we'll get to that. They came out and said nobody is allowed to have any on-stream logos that are more than 3% of the screen size. Nobody are allowed to have video ads in their streams that are not the ones by Twitch, basically. So like the other day, I was approached by a company that wanted to sponsor a stream, and it's like, you play a video ad here and you mention it there and you put your logo on there. Not allowed. You're not allowed to have any in-display ads on your stream. So even just like a picture popping up going, whatever company it is, you know, and then going away again. And no audio ads.
Why don't you check NoCraft out? Use promo code SlackLizard. Get a discount.
Yeah, not allowed.
Better not.
Not allowed.
Nope.
No pre-recorded audio ads. So basically, the only ads you would be allowed on Twitch were Twitch ads, which you have very little control over. So they said this, which is ridiculous because so many, particularly like top tier streamers, use that because Twitch don't pay you anything. They get the subs money, but you get nothing from the ads on Twitch. So they use these sponsorships as a way to make a living and get rich and, you know, all of the other things that comes with being a top tier streamer. And I've even considered doing it. In fact, I nearly was going to be doing it the other day until I decided the deal was nowhere near good enough. So for them to come out and go, no, you're only allowed to have Twitch ads. Anyone, not just partners, affiliates, anyone at all, or you get banned, was ridiculous. And so there was a big backlash. So the next day they apologized, Slack, and they said, today's branded content policy update was overly broad. This created confusion and frustration. We apologize for that. We do not intend to limit streamers' ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors, and we understand this is an important part of how streamers earn revenue. We wanted to clarify our existing ads policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks from selling burned-in video and display ads on Twitch, which is inconsistent with other series. We missed the mark with the policy language and will rewrite the guidelines to be clearer. Thank you for sharing your concerns. We appreciate the feedback. So basically, they've gone, oh, no. We weren't talking about the streamers. We were talking about the companies that pay the streamers to put the ads on. But it still affects
the streamers. You mean like Diablo 4? Yeah, like Diablo 4 saying, hey, you know, donate money to or spend real money and earn an in-game reward.
But, like, doesn't matter how they word it, they're still stopping streamers from having sponsorships. But they're going, no, we're nice. We're not affecting the streamers. It's those nasty third-party companies. It's those nasty third-party companies paying the streamers. And it's the streamers showing the content. So yes, it's massively damaging. So there was even more uproar that Twitch decided to come back and call everybody totally stupid. And then they came back yesterday and they said, yesterday, we released the new branded content guidelines that impacted our ability to work with sponsors and to increase your income for streaming. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we're removing them immediately. Sponsorships are critical to streamers' growth and ability to earn income, and we will not prevent your ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors. You will continue to own and control your sponsorship business. So they've gone back on it, but But at the same time that was going on, sorry, Slack, Twitch Rivals was going on with Samsung apps ads going up on the screen and big logos on the screen for sponsorships run by Twitch.
Yep. And then I don't like where this is going. I really don't. And the fact the whole killing multi-streams for even non-affiliates, and the fact that Twitch drops are now getting monetary gains. I think it's just going to go bad. What happens next? Okay, you watch a Call of Duty streamer and you donate 2 subs and you get a free in-game skin for your character. What happens if Minecraft? Oh, watch a Minecraft streamer and donate and get a free custom cape. Not that it would go that far, but they're opening the door for exactly that. Yeah. They've opened it wide open.
The thing is, I'd rather they did that, because at least the viewers are getting something and the streamers are getting something, than them just going, no one's allowed to do anything. No, at least they're opening doors, like you say. Yes, Twitch are going to be involved because it's going to be through Twitch that happens. But I don't like it. I'm not saying I like it, but I'd rather that than them just go, you're not allowed to, no multi-streaming, no sponsorships. The only revenue you're going to get through here is Twitch subs, which we get half of, or the pittance you get from ads.
I don't need a Twitch sub no more. I get Twitch Prime. I can go to your channel and watch ad-free now. They added a new subscription in. You get ad-free on everyone's channel.
Oh, really?
For $11 a month. $11 a month.
So basically, YouTube Prime, but without any of the benefits.
Yep.
For
it's already out. It's already there. Go look on Twitch right now. At the very top in the corner. You go to the website. It'll be there. You can sign up for Twitch Prime.
No.
Yep. It's already in your analytics. You're already earning money from it on Twitch.
Am I?
People are already using it. It's under ads and Prime is what it's called, I think. Yep.
Right, I'm gonna have to check this out now. Just hold on 1 second while I check. So I go to my analytics, stream summary. Yep. Right? Yeah. No.
Hold on. Let me pull this up on another tab so my screen doesn't go dark. All right. So go to Twitch. Go to your creator dashboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So then go down to analytics. Go down to earnings. Change it to...
Where's earnings? I don't have earnings.
It's under analytics, you got overview, achievement, stream summary, then it's viewers, engagement, discovery, and then under next revenue.
Right, yeah. Right down there. Okay,
so hit earnings.
Yeah.
Hit the top bar, change that just to June. Okay.
Oh, geez.
Scroll.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that.
Scroll down. It breaks down all your revenue. So you got paid subs, Prime subs, gifted.
Yeah.
Ad and Twitch Turbo. That's what it's called right there. Twitch Turbo.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, good.
Yep.
£1.50. Woo!
Yep.
Updated monetized streamer agreement available. No, thank you.
Yep. Yep. So why do I need to buy a sub unless I'm going to really benefit on your channel?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can buy one thing and watch ad-free. And it's not ad-free. It allows you to now skip ads.
Oh, right. Okay. Really? So they're still going to throw you an ad up, but geez.
Yeah, they're still going to throw the ads up, but you can skip them.
Yeah, and they're doing that because the ad companies pay per whether they've been watched or not. It's how YouTube ad works, how AdWords work. So if you're an advertiser and you want an ad being shown on YouTube or on Google or something like that, you pay every time it's shown, regardless of the length of how much time it is. So the ad companies that are paying Twitch will still be paying the full price for the fact that they've been skipped. So, oh man.
And that works on every streamer. It's going to be divvied up, to my understanding of how I've read on it, exactly how YouTube Premium does. So say I buy a YouTube Premium subscription.
You'll get a lot less of it.
Yeah.
Because YouTube Premium...
because Twitch is taking their cut.
Yeah, and Twitch always takes a massive cut. They don't leave anything for the stream. Oh, man. Yeah. Yep. I honestly think Twitch are on the way out. They haven't done anything positive for streamers in years, and every decision they've made has been massively negative. So watch this space of Twitch. Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Right, Slack. Speaking of buggy social media platforms, it's time to talk about buggy Minecraft. Now, I notice in our Bugdate, you've put nothing to report.
No, not really. No.
Okay, well, I have a couple of bugs, a handful, as I've grumbled about and talked about already, and I talked about in the bonus show a little bit. But yes, so my actual mini blocks, my pride of making actual mini blocks that were blocks in Minecraft last year has been thwarted by basically not being optimized enough for Mojang to allow you to have them anymore. As a result, it totally breaks your world, having, rotatable blocks because of the number of permutations. So that's been killed. I've had to basically shelf that one. Mob heads. My mob head's back. Every single time there's been an update, I add in all the new mobs, Slack. There's never a problem. Never has been. Sometimes the mobs, they don't have a loot table, so I have to use the vanilla mob files and inject a loot table into it, which is fine. Never had a problem doing that. However, on this one, adding in the camel and the sniffer now throws up an error every time you load the world with that pack on saying that the vanilla mob camel and the vanilla mob sniffer are not allowed. You're not allowed to change them. No. Every single mob in the history of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, the vanilla ones, you can change, you can do whatever you like to. But the camel and the sniffer, nope, not allowed. The weird thing is, in the 1.20... No, so we did our Truly Bedrock video with that two-headed camel in, right? So I took the camel files from 1.20 and I put them in, and we were playing a 1.19.63, right? I just put the camel files in there, changed the geometry a little bit, changed a couple of animations, but I took the vanilla one. I didn't rename it. I didn't make it a custom mob. I just took the vanilla camel, stuck it in there, no problem at all. But in 1.20, I made changes to the actual camel to make it do what we wanted it to do. But in 120, you're not allowed to change camel or sniffer. No, banned. The worst thing, though, Slack, is the amount, all that time and effort I put into making the offhand work. Yeah? My offhand add-on. Do you remember how proud I was of that?
Yeah, he was very happy, yeah.
Can't do it anymore. So without getting too technical, in order to make that work, there's a system in the beta APIs that allows you to detect events in the game. So, but there's two things. There's a before event and an after event. So when someone's about to place a block, they go to place a block. You get a before block placed event, or a before item used on event, it's called, right? And then after they've successfully placed it, you get an after item placed on event. So if you try and place a block, but it doesn't place, you get the before, but you don't get the after. So what I was able to do, I was able to go, okay, someone's about to place a block. If that block won't place, and I run a few tests to see if it would place, then we'll switch it to their offhand if they've got an item in their offhand, and the game would just think it was still using an item and place it, right? So it passed the test. That's how the offhand one worked. You do a quick switch before the game actually, on the same tick that it's about to place the block, and it would place the offhand one. So I didn't have to do any set block, fill block, or anything like that.
Right.
I just used the natural thing. But for whatever reason, and I don't understand the reason for this, and I've reached out to developers and I've tried to get a hold of the people that are in charge of actually making these to ask why they've done this. But they've gone for the before events, so the events before something happens, not the ones after something's happened, the one before, you are no longer allowed to do anything within that changes it. But that kind of takes the whole point away. So let's say someone's going to write something in chat. You can check what that is. You can do before chat send, right? And let's say you want to put in your own filter system, or you want to, when someone writes a certain command, it does something. So you can check it, and then let's say you want to use it as a command system. So you want to say, right, every time someone writes in the word Slack, it's going to do something in game, but I don't want it to actually post Slack in the chat because it's just a command they've run. So you can basically say cancel. So you do your thing that you're going to do, you run your function, and then you cancel it, and it doesn't actually go into chat. And that's what these before events are for. But they've gone, yeah, but now, if you want to do anything that actually affects the world or affects the player within this before it's actually been done, you're not allowed to do that anymore. So even just checking what's in the offhand, not doing anything with it, but just checking in the offhand, it's like, no, you haven't got permission to do that. You can do it after the block has successfully changed. You can then switch the offhand, but it's too late then. It's too late. So I was like, okay, what I'll do then is I'll detect whether or not, when they're about to place a block, and I'll make it store like a variable to say it's about to place a block. And if they haven't placed the block within a couple of game ticks, i.e. it failed, I didn't get the after event, then I'll switch the hands and it'll place it then. But then I remembered I'm using that before event's actually ability to place the block to place the offhand item. So the only way I could do that would be to basically every time the offhand was being placed, I'd have to use a fill command to whatever item it is. I'd have to then remove an item from that player's offhand, work out what game mode they're in. So if they're in creative, it doesn't get rid of it. Make sure if it's a directional block, it's facing on the right direction. Check what block face it's on to make sure if it needs... it'd be a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So I've just said in my Discord, I'm really sorry, guys, but offhand's gone. So,
good job. Yeah, they definitely broke it. Yep.
But they haven't broke. This is an intentional thing they've done, and I don't understand why. Because it worked so well. But then, no, that's can't have people doing that. That thing that worked fine and had no problems. Let's take that away. Well, I know it's experimental, and the whole point of these experiments is they change. But why? That's all I want to know. I want to speak to the developer that did it and just understand why and just see if they realise the ramifications this had. Because like my chest sorting one, so I made a chest sorting add-on. When you clicked on the chest holding an item, right, it would pop up a menu before the chest opened. But now you can't.
I killed that.
You killed it. Yeah. So I have to wait till they've opened the chest and then close the chest again and then pop it up, or like only do it when they crouch. So because obviously when you crouch and click on a chest, it doesn't actually open the chest. So it's just like, why? You give us these amazing tools to do amazing things with and then go, nah. Why? So yeah,
that's horrible.
They're my bugs.
Nice ones.
It appears there's a couple of bugs in the Bugdate as well, starting with Court, who says craftable and inventory don't cycle with L1, L2 game controller. And I'll just bring up the changelog for that. It says previously the L2 and L1 and L2 button let you cycle between all items, including craftable and inventory. It's not anymore compared to the previous preview version. Current stable release, there's nothing specified in release notes. So basically the broken, the controller input. So that's nice.
Nice. Yeah, good job. Yep. Mia John says, looks like the Nether Portal server crash bug is back again. Oh, joy.
Yeah, my patron server that we started last night has already crashed. It's less than 24 hours in. It must have crashed 5 or 6 times already. So that's good.
Well, we've experienced that on Slackville in .81. So
really?
I'm not surprised that it's still there. Yep.
Yeah. So that's good fun. And when I was doing the trying to update the worlds for 1.20, I kept getting the game, stuck on saving world. When you're a single player world and you come out of it and it's like, oh, saving world, and just stuck for ages now to hard close Minecraft a few times. So that's annoying.
Nice.
Jen Fire.
Nice.
Says wings. I'm having trouble flying since the update. Don't know if anyone else is. I haven't. I've done a lot of flying today. So it could be a lag thing, could be a performance thing.
Yeah, I haven't played the new update enough to say whether I have or not. Irish Viking says, I don't know if it's a bug, but I've recently noticed that when you are in water, more than 2 blocks deep, you can't stay on top of water without holding a jump.
That's always been a thing. Oh. You've always had to hold jump to stay up at the top of the water. You always sink.
Yeah. Did you know, I think it was in .61, or maybe it was a little bit before that. If you time your jump out of the water right, you can fly.
Yeah, there's been a couple of occasions where that's cropped into the game, but it soon disappears again, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like lava. It's like the old like jumping over a fence post glitch where you sort of jump and enable your elytra. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those you got to get the timing spot on. Okay, if you think that you have found a bug, particularly in 1.20, we want to know about it. We are desperate for your bugs. Let us know. Emailing us at news@theminecraftupdate.com, filling out the feedback form on the website, or joining the Discord. All of the links you can find in the description below. It is time now for our week in Minecraft. So we're going to tell you all about what we've been up to in Minecraft this week. If you want to know what we've been up to in real life this week, then you're going to have to listen to the bonus show. And in order to do that, you either got to join the Discord and watch it live, or you got to patron up, guys. It's $1 a podcast. $1. That's $1. It's
$1, and you help support
like
us and
a
what we're
third
doing.
of a cup of coffee. And that's cheap coffee. You know, you go to Starbucks, it's a fifth of a cup of coffee. If you're getting a grande, it's a seventh of a cup of coffee.
Look, it's not even one stick of bubble gum anymore.
Yeah, a whole month's worth of podcasts, $4, right? Imagine how many. That's not even a full cup of coffee anymore. Come on.
No.
Jeez. I'm not asking, I don't like begging a rope, but I do. Just do it.
You gotta make a living somehow. Just go on over. Just go on over. Yeah.
You want this podcast to go place. Speaking of podcasts going places, Slack, I'm going to a podcast.
I seen your post on Twitter.
Yeah, the computer game show I go on about quite a lot. Don't listen to them if you've got kids, because they do lots of mini swearings. They're having an event. They had one last year and they're having another one this year. It's a few miles away. It's in Sunderland and it's on the 1st of July. And I've decided for my birthday, I'm going to go. And I thought I'd take Jack with me. He didn't want to go. So I'm going on my own. But it's Laser Quest, mini golf. And then they're doing a quiz and a podcast live there. And I thought, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to go. We could do stuff like that in the future if more people listen and share and join and patron.
Yeah. Share with your friends too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Get us out there. We can't get us out there. All we can do is record the perfect podcast, which we do every single week without fail. The rest of this is on you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Help us help you by helping us.
Yeah. And then we can have an event. Hey, Slack, what are you doing on the 1st of July? And you're still in the country.
That 1st of July, no. But, if we had enough people, maybe we could.
Yeah, you never know. Jeez. Okay. Just throwing this out to anyone else as well. If you live in the UK and you want to go to Sunderland on the 1st of July and keep me company, I wouldn't mind. It'll be fine, okay? Jeez. I don't want to go on my own. Right.
Suddenly cue stalkers to going to event with Foxy. I mean, what?
That'd be all right. I'll put my hat on. No one will recognize me. It'll be fine.
Or just take it off. They won't recognize you.
Who's that really, really bold guy? I don't know. It's not me. I'll wear a different hat, Slack. I'll put it on backwards. That'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. Wear sunglasses. Fake beard. Or just grow your beard.
Fake mustache. I'm invisible now, practically. You've got no idea. Who's that? Let's just join the postcard. Postcard? Podcast.
Just get a Foxy face made and just walk around with that. They'll never know it's you.
Amazing. Right, okay. Into our week in Minecraft. Slack, what you been up to? Jeez.
Well, I mean, we recorded this collab on Truly Bedrock this week.
We did.
And got that out.
Yeah.
And built a mob farm on Slackville. The original Slackville, not the seasonal based one.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's been it. It's not much.
Oh, fair enough. Do you want to talk us through your mob farm, how it all works? Is it one of them fancy ones?
It's the same one that I've got on Truly Bedrock, except we decided with the original Slackville. See, we've got the original one, which is the Forever World, which has been up since season 1 of Truly Bedrock.
Wow. Jeez.
So the Old's Quite World. The world is quite old.
Quite world. Camels are tall.
Yeah, the Old's Quite World. Yeah, camels are tall. But updating it, I think it was to the Deep Slate era. We had to go in and do a massive prune on the world, and we lost every farm on the world. Everything. Ooh. We had to cut out the nether, but we saved everything in the overworld. So like Jade's big build at Hogwarts has been saved. The Stargate Atlantis base has been saved. We saved the overworld, but we had to sacrifice a lot. And most of the farms there all died. because we had to, long story short, we had to take the world back a version, switch it over to Java, bring it back to Bedrock. And so it like reset all the chunk data. So every farm that was on that world, if it dealt with a structure, it was dead, just dead. So we've got no farms on that world, and it's been sitting there for a while. And we decided we were going to put a mob farm on it. And we also decided that it was time to upgrade that world from Sim 4 to Sim 6.
Oh.
So it's just a basic run-of-the-mill mob farm now, but that world is about to go through mob farm apocalypse or farm apocalypse, because every farm is probably about to be built over there.
Nice.
On Sim 6. So like quad split density gold farms and everything like that, just to crank them out.
I hope you've got lots of RAM.
many.
Yeah.
Many.
Jeez. Oh, nice. That's good. Oh, wow. Okay. So, well, as you said, we recorded a collab video this week. We did a whole Truly Bedrock get-together. The story is basically finally getting round to the story that we started 6 months ago at the beginning of the season, where I may have or may not have done some testing on a robot. Now,
Look, you said when we recorded that episode that you were not going to experiment on this robot. You told me you were not experimenting on this robot.
I don't suppose you caught my video, did you, Slack?
No, actually, I feel like I really need to watch a video now.
No, well, I didn't know if I should leave it in or not, what I did. So basically, I spend the episode building a robot play area, testing facility. I make nice swings and comfortable metal boxes for the robots to live in, cages. And then I make a tea infusing machine in order for me to drink tea with the robots, which is just like a big old machine that stabs the robot with a copper, what are they called? Lightning rod. And so I go through it all, and then I'm like, okay, right, now time to turn up the juice. So I turn up like all the dials and the knobs, and then they fade to black. And then I just play all of these like chainsaw noises, R2-D2 screaming, robot noises, like drilling. And then I cut to me going, guys, I've discovered this thing. And then we go to the collab, and I was like, is that too much?
No, that sounds great.
Should I leave it in?
Great.
But yeah, so
please tell me you did you?
Yeah, I left it in. So we got a message from Mr. Onion after all of that, and a couple of little comedy bits as well. And I thought it was good fun, that video. I enjoyed doing it, actually. Been a while.
Yeah. Been a while since we've got together for a collab. That was actually really fun. I'd been working on the episode of TB, and I'd kind of lost my motivation in finishing it. So we recorded that, and I was like, yep, that's just going to go straight on there, and that's going to be the end of that episode.
Yeah. Well, when we'd done that, I was like, well, that's good. I know exactly what I need to do for this episode now, because I've been sitting there going, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. And there's loads of stuff I need to do, but what can I do that's an episode? You know, I'm in that frame of mind at the moment. And having that like, oh, well, that's what we've done with the story, so now that's built my episode for me. Great. I just have to get there. And I wish I could get that back. You know, that, right, well, I'm going to do this, so I need to do that. And I feel like I'm a little bit in limbo with all that at the moment. Maybe 1.20 is going to help us out with all of that. Maybe I should just go off and do some like unusual stuff, like building a pink house out of cherry blossom stuff and, breeding sniffers and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe I could open a pottery barn with the new pottery shards.
Maybe when I get back over into the States and I get time again, we can set aside a couple hours each week to record something again.
That'd be nice. Yeah, they're easy videos, aren't they? You don't have to think about a lot about those ones. Yeah, that's like podcasting just while playing Minecraft, really, isn't it? It's just us two talking about nothing. So
I swear some of my best episodes that did good were ones where we just got together and we just talked. And I'm just like, I'm just going to leave this just like this.
Yeah.
And we talked about the game and talked about life and just put it out there. It did just as good as an episode it'd take me 2 weeks to make.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so that's literally it. Apart from like, I've been going on obviously all the way through the changelog. I did that live stream on 120 this morning, which, it was nice playing in 120. I didn't mind, because it's a live stream, you don't mind going out for an explore on live streams. But so obviously been playing all of this Zelda recently. And I've been thinking, how can I bring that to Minecraft? What would Minecraft need? Because exploring in Zelda's brilliant. But the reason it's brilliant, because it still takes you just as long to get around. But it's brilliant because every time you turn a corner, there's something new. And it's not necessarily like a whole new thing in the game, but something you weren't expecting, and it takes you off, and it makes you go on a detour. And it might be a shrine to do. It might be a new enemy that you haven't faced. It might be somewhere with a chest. It might be a cave with some, like, that's going to have some baddies in a chest in it. There's just stuff. There's always something that's there. Or a person to talk to that's got a side mission. I've lost my shoes. Go, where's my shoes? Help me find my shoes type thing. Minecraft hasn't got any of that. Minecraft exploration, the only redeeming feature it's got is sometimes you get some nice looking world generation. Sometimes you come across a desert temple, but you know what's in there because they're all the same. Sometimes you come across a village, but you know what's there because they're all the same. There's no actual variation. It's a procedurally generated infinite world with procedurally generated structures that are identical because you've been to a million times. And you could say that about any game you spent thousands of hours playing. I'm sure if I put the same amount of time into Zelda, I'd be saying, well, it's the same as the last one. It's the same as the last one. It's the same as the last one. But at least there's, like, you come across a shrine and you go in and there's a puzzle that you haven't done before. Or you come across to a thing, I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with that. There's none of that in Minecraft. There's just, I need to get up there, so I'll pile some blocks up. I need to get down there, so I'm going to dig. And that's it. It needs more something. So whilst exploring in a live stream is fine because you're just going off and you're having a chat with the stream, there's no video content there. Could you imagine making a video on, I'm going to go and find all the armor trims? The only parts of the video that would be remotely interesting would be opening the chest and finding the things. The exploration side of it, the getting there, the journey, would just be totally boring. Totally boring.
Yeah. Be totally boring, and you'd have to cut it down into a montage. And let's say that you did it for 4 hours, and then you decided to montage all that down to just opening the chest and getting a reward. You might be looking at a 30-second clip of just opening. Well, that's it, guys. And there goes 4 hours of gameplay.
Exactly. So in the beginning of this season, I actually did a very silly adventure video where I went off to find like cactus and a mangrove and stuff like that. And I did put a lot of effort into just throughout the journey. I made up like this, not like a song or a rhyme, but like I put some epic music in the background and talked about the views on the horizon and the incredible caves. And then I made a joke about it. And it was possible to make an episode out of that. But that's the joke's gone then. There's no more episodes you can get from that. That's it. So I just think they need something in Minecraft that makes exploration not worthwhile because of what you find at the end, but interesting because of what you find along the way. Everything in Minecraft that you're looking for is hidden. End cities are hidden. The trail ruins are hidden. The jungle temples are hidden. Even the desert temples are pretty much hidden now because half of them are buried. But you don't just go around a corner and see pillager outpost maybe. A woodland mansion if you're lucky. You can stumble across one. But you don't turn up at woodland mansion and go, oh, there's an adventure. You go, oh dear, I'm not prepared for that.
No, I'm not interested.
I'm not in a position to take Allays home with me because I'm too far away. I haven't brought the stuff that I need to take on this place, so I'll just write down the coordinates and maybe come back there later. There's and like if they added a way of, again, go back to Zelda. Every time you go somewhere that's of interest, there's a fast travel point nearby, so you can do that. You can go, oh, there's a woodland mansion here. I'll come back there later. I don't have to fly there or walk there or go on a boat or go on a camel. I can just go, I've been there, so I can go there again. That would be nice in Minecraft. Do all this exploration. Oh, yeah, but the nether, you can put... No, it is faster travel going through the nether, but when you're talking, like today, 20,000 blocks out, that's still a long way of the nether. And it's not easy to build a tunnel in the nether when you've got to be equipped for that and dealing with all the inventory problems and how long your pickaxe is going to last while you're mining it all out. It's just a slog.
Yeah, we got a couple tunnels right now that are just netherrack.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just feel like there's more they could do. I don't know what, but I just feel like Minecraft, they need to, if they're going to really push on this exploration, which they have been doing for a while, they need to make exploration interesting. And that's not with the prize at the end. You shouldn't go on an exploration to go to something in particular. You should go on an exploration because you want to discover things along the way. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I was just sitting here trying to think, what if villagers could give you random quests like cartographer gives you a random map? Okay, so say you have a fisherman, all right, and he gives you a map with a quest that, hey, you need to go to this area of this map and you need to find this, and that. I don't know. I was just trying to think of ways
little side quests would be great. Fetch quests. Just add a few fetch quests. Yeah. Oh, in order to unlock this villager, you've got to go and find a salmon. All right. I'll go and find a salmon. After a while, it'll get a bit annoying. But as long as there was plenty of variety to it, I think it could be interesting if that villager then ended up giving you something worthwhile. So like the villager, okay, to unlock his next trade, you need to go retrieve his armor that he left in a chest. Yeah.
So you go get that and you come back and he gives you something for it that's worthwhile. Maybe it's an armor trim. It's a fisherman. Maybe it gives you one of the water-based armor trims, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That would be fun. That would be interesting. And I just think we've got a lot of biomes in Minecraft now, but they're not very interesting. The biomes, yes, there's different colours. Yes, there's different trees. But where's the volcanoes? Where's the big lakes? Where's the big, like, impressive biomes? Like mountains. They added mountains. Great. Mountains look nice in the distance until you get there and realise what a ball ache they are to get over. Well, I want to go to a volcano. I want to go somewhere, again, coming back to Zelda. I want to go somewhere hot and go, I need armor to deal with this that actually cools me down, or I need to eat a food that gives me a cooling thing so I can actually be here without melting. Or I've gone to the top of a mountain. It's too cold. I need to put on a particular type of armor that warms me up. Otherwise, I'm going to freeze to death. You know? I want more of that.
Yeah.
We've got all these different types of armors. Oh, you can stand on powdered snow with this, or you can run on soul sand with that. No, give me some elemental stuff. All the good games have elemental stuff in, right? Give me some of that in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, well, that was a bit of
like this warden here destroyed, my friend's village. Please go eradicate him.
Yeah.
And I will reward you with, a netherite chess piece or something like that,
Yeah. Or just like, I don't know, just more things that indicate things. Like maybe there could be just like random weird looking statues around the world, but you knew if you found one of those, you weren't far away from something of interest, an end portal or a new structure or something. Just something that's visible. Like I say, most of the stuff you go on the exploration for, it's hidden. And it's not fun trying to go when the world is infinite and it's so far to go and find these things. You can walk. I flew past a well 3 times today with people in the stream going, "You've gone past it again." It was, okay, wells aren't generally hidden. They're in the middle of a desert. But it's a good point that, you can easily walk past a woodland mansion and you don't notice it because it's a dark forest. You can fly past a jungle temple, but you can't see it because it's like hidden in the jungle. There should be markers around that suggest these things are nearby or something. So that gives you a reason to go, oh. Yeah?
Yeah, I like the idea. No, I do. Something. Like there'd be, like if there was an ancient city down below, within, say, you got different level maps. You got level 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4, okay? So say within like a level 2 map, say there's an ancient city somewhere on that map, but in that map's zone, in that chunk grid, there's something to indicate that somewhere around here, there's something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just to go back to those maps, though, like you were just saying, the cartographer maps, they're a great idea for what we're saying. But the problem with those is they're always so far away from where you're going, you're not even on the map. So you don't even know what direction to walk in. You have to get relatively close before your dot even appears at some point in the map, and then at least you know what direction you're supposed to be walking in. But if it's not, you could be miles away. So Yeah. Anyway, we are, in stark contrast to last week's podcast, we are now 1 hour and 40 minutes in, and we're still 2 sections away from the end. So we should probably jump into the wish list, Slack. Starting with Brood, who says, I wish campfires wouldn't relight when they run over them while on fire. I know it makes sense. I just don't like it. No, I think that needs to stay how it is.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, bad idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny Raccoon's up next and says, I know this might sound kind of familiar, but don't delete this as soon as you see the word. Voting. Oh, God. Every 5 or so wish list items on the pod, you let the live audience vote if one is a good idea or bad. After giving your ideal thoughts on it, could add interaction and give more benefits to joining the Discord.
I saw this. I put a bit of thought into it, and then I thought, do you remember when we used to say, we're not going to do a video because this is a podcast, it's a listening experience? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we're doing videos and we're doing a live show, doesn't mean this is a live stream. We're not looking for interaction, okay? We're not looking for engagement during the live stream. We like it when you ask questions and put them in the live questions, but we're not here to talk to you directly. We are here to do a podcast. While you can have the benefit of listening to it live, but it's a podcast. A podcast is 2 people or a group of people or 1 person talking about a subject until they're fed up of talking about it and they stop the podcast. It's not an interactive experience. So, yes, it would be nice to find ways of enticing people to the Discord so we can grow the audience. Having interaction within the podcast is not one of those experiences that we're going to be having.
And the best way that you can, get interaction during the podcast, though, would be with the live questions section.
Exactly. Yes. This is why we added live questions. So you can ask us questions while we're live, potentially about things we've talked about. It's interesting.
Yes.
But it's not interaction.
Indeed.
Okay. Wally says, I would love it if you could combine a liter and a chest plate together. Do you know what? I would like that as well, but it is a bit OP.
Yeah, it's OP.
Yeah.
If I could make it visually look that way, sure, but not function like that.
Or just let me have protection on my Elytra. I need it, guys. I don't want to take my Elytra have to swap out all the time.
Yeah, or maybe just a reinforcement enchantment or something. Yeah, just to make it stronger.
Yeah, okay. Good idea. Add reinforce. No, I just like up to protection 3, maybe.
Okay.
Protection 3 max on Elytra.
Yep.
Not chest plate. Okay. Yeah. Tiny Raccoon says, maybe an Endor that can make an anvil from could maybe let you combine enchants like Infinity and Mending too.
No, we had that at one point. They took it away.
Yeah. No.
Duck me quack. Ducky me quack. Says, hey, Foxy and Slack. I just saw a screenshot of a nether portal designed to look like a Stargate, and it made me wish for a way to set up another portal with a button, which would activate the portal for a limited time, and then it would extinguish, causing a need to activate it again on return, similar to how button on pressure plate works for a door. Anyways, I love the podcast and your videos also.
It's very much doable.
Already exists.
Yeah.
It's 100% doable.
The easiest way to do it, if you have fire tick on, is a bucket of lava and a bucket of powdered snow. One will activate it, one will deactivate it. The bad news is it won't deactivate once you've gone through into the nether because you've unloaded it, unless there's someone standing there watching you go through into the nether like they did on Stargate, because it will be unloaded. If you haven't got fire tick on, then a flint and steel will do the job instead of the lava bucket. Oh, yes.
Yep. And if you want to make another portal that looks like a Stargate, just go watch my season 4 bases about setting up my nether portal. You just build a giant square nether portal, and then you shape the outside of it to make it look whatever you want. Like,
yeah. Speaking of, Brood says, along the same vein, allowing nether portals to be differently shaped rather than just rectangular. I wouldn't mind like circular shaped nether portals. That would be fine.
I'm fine with any. Let's say it had to be within a certain confined number of obsidian.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. See, the problem with like your Stargate one you mentioned there, they're great and they look really impressive, but you always end up coming through the bit where there's a block in your way and you can't walk out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
You're coming through the side.
That's why you have to light it on the direct walk you want, which is in the middle, and go through directly on the middle, or else you will end up. Yeah.
So there was a bit of a discussion about this in the Discord, actually, about the Stargate one, with someone saying, wouldn't it be great if you could like program in your coordinates and go to different nether portals from that same one? And I thought that would be brilliant. I'm the more I play Zelda, the more I'm up for fast travel in Minecraft, and the more
I want teleport pads.
Yeah,
teleport shrines. Yep.
Yeah. If I go to ever play on a world that's not truly Bedrock, I absolutely 100% will be adding fast travel in there. Whether that's to a mining desert or to spawn or to the shopping area, something like that. And something like that, and a selectable way of doing it. Can you imagine like going, okay, this nether portal, I'm going to change the comparator thingy. Like, I'm imagining an item frame on the wall with a redstone torch in it or something. You spin it round to whichever one it was, and then that would actually tell the nether portal where to take you. That'd be great.
Yeah. I every now and again I watch Manky Hamster, and he plays on a very modded world. And they have a room that's a room for just teleport areas. And like you can go to like each individual's person's place, so it takes them to a specific area. So you can go to like a mining desert, you can go to so-and-so's base, so-and-so's base, so-and-so's. I love it. I want it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Good idea.
Next one from you. Not from you, for you.
Where are we at? Tiny Raccoon?
Yep.
Yes. I think I might have mentioned this before, but can't find it in the wish list backlog. If I haven't, more calcite blocks, please.
Have you heard of these blocks called quartz, mate? They look just like calcite, but come in different varieties. Pretty handy.
You can make them smooth, you can make them chiseled, you can make them pillared.
I know they're not exactly the same, but how close do you want it? Let's be honest. Be realistic, Tiny Raccoon. How many different variations of a white block do we need in the game? Well, if you want to go the other route, all right, you know? It's available. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Pretty close. Polished. Just saying. Yep.
Yep. Purple Hoser says, hi, Foxy, Slack, and Little Slack. I don't know. We have people talking about our pictures, but it's nice that your Little Slack gets recognition there, Slack. I have a very controversial wishlist idea that I would like to throw out there. Nerf End Crystal and respawn anchor damage for Bedrock and Java Edition. Although this would upset a lot of people, I feel that Crystal PvP has gotten out of hand. I mean, fights last like 30 seconds. Minecraft isn't about spamming left and right click over and on purple crystals, is it? All I know, it's very out of hand. If you're playing Minecraft with people that are using end crystals for PvP, either set some rules that they're not allowed to, right, and play fair, or if that's part of the server you're playing on, play a different one. I don't think we need to change how things work in Minecraft because you've decided that you're going to play with people that either don't follow the rules or you're playing on servers where that's the rules and you don't like it.
Sorry. Totally agree on that. Next up, we got Nathan there, Foxy, just saying. Hello, podcast crew. When I was watching Foxy's video, I got an idea. When you right-click a copper block with a bottle of water, it speeds up the aging, or is this how you say it? Love the pod. Keep up the great work. The fire dragon oxide. Oh, that's the next person. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't put that bold. Yeah, I was thinking about this, how we could speed up copper aging, because it does take quite a long time. I know that's the whole point of it, but it's when copper is oxidizing through air, isn't it? I don't think it's necessarily to do with water, or maybe like rust on a nail. You know, if you put a nail half sticking out of water, it will rust faster than a nail fully submerged or one that's not submerged. Yeah. So maybe the best way to oxidize copper would be to put them in 1 block deep water so that the top's exposed but the bottom's not.
Or what if you just said, hey, they oxidize this fast in this dimension, this fast in this one, and this fast in another?
Or in different biomes. Maybe they've... Yeah.
I like the biome one better.
Yeah. I don't know whether it be like a more cold and wet biome like the taiga or something. They go faster than they would in the desert, perhaps. Or swamps, as Mr. Balrog says there in the chat. It's not interactive there, Mr. Balrog. Shut up. The Fire Dragon says, oxidizing copper rods. It's made of copper. I don't see why not. I don't think it needs to go in the good ideas bin, but it's...
Yeah, it should be there. It should definitely be there.
Yeah.
Zenman16 up next. That says, hi, Foxy and Slack. I wish that the Xbox version of the game would allow connections to custom servers. Currently, you can only connect to realms or featured servers, so I have to play from my iPad Pro if I wish to play on a hosted server. I just don't get why this still isn't a feature on Xbox Edition after so many years. This actually means I don't play Minecraft on the Xbox much at all. This seems like an odd decision by Microsoft to me.
It is a decision, and it is made by Microsoft / Xbox rather than Mojang, and it is totally 100% about online safety, managing expectations for parents whose kids play on Xbox consoles. I guess if they had that sort of level of integration, they could maybe make it a toggleable thing on Xbox or even in Minecraft itself. If you're playing on a child account rather than an adult account, you can have access to this. But it's a safety thing, and they've just gone for this is the simplest and easiest solution, so that's the one we're going to go with, which is a shame, but there are ways around it. If you Google it, there's quite a bunch of different ways you can get around it, actually, so just check those out.
Yep, that's covers that, yep.
Esifa.
That's you.
Says, building on your conversation regarding bandages in episode 66, why not just have a bottle of milk that lessens all effects by 10 seconds? Unlike a bucket of milk, it would be stackable. It would have the same animation cooldown of drinking a potion. You could either fill the bottle from the cow, or you would pour a bucket of milk into a cauldron and fill bottles that way. Added fun, bottle of milk plus gold equals bottle of golden milk, only targets negative effects. Bottle of milk plus cocoa, bottle of chocolate milk, more time off. I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for it. Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, actually. It's very interesting you said that, because I was actually thinking, going back to these XP things, why don't we have the ability to... I can't remember how I was going to get it now, but I was thinking if you had like a bucket of XP and you could put it in a cauldron, and then you could take out like bottles of XP from the cauldron, but I can't remember... I was in the car, I was thinking about stuff while I was driving. I was thinking about add-ons and maps and things like this. I can't remember where I was getting this bucket of XP from, but there was something where I was getting a bucket of XP. And
maybe you were just holding the bucket when you were collecting XP and it just went into it.
No, I think there was, I can't remember. There's a reason. It's not from that, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Next up we got,
sorry.
Oh yeah, next up we got the cool guy. Hi guys, it's me, the cool guy. Sorry I haven't sent feedback in a while, but I am back. Love the podcast. Keep up the great work. P.S. Congratulations, Slack, on becoming a father. The cool guy was slain by the block update.
Oh,
what
man.
did the cool guy do to get slain?
Oh. What was the wish list there? Sorry, I was too busy copy and pasting things there.
I didn't.
It's feedback.
That's feedback, yeah.
Okay, that'd be my fault, putting it in the wrong session. Well, thank you for the very late feedback there. Whoever it was, the cool guy. Right, what's next, Slack, while I'm copying and pasting these?
Lemonade said, enchanted books have a little sign to know which book you are holding easier.
A little sign? Do you mean
guess
like
they're talking about
book?
like maybe.
Yeah, that's fine until you've got multiple enchantments on books.
Yeah,
that's
and then
the problem.
What if I want to be able to see that when I put it in a chiseled bookshelf?
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
I mean, if enchantments, if you only got one per book, and I wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you, although then stacking books would be a problem, you could have, like, for mending, on the spine of the book, a little M, and it would show on the chiseled bookcase an M, or you could have a something for that, but I don't know. Something to identify them would be great, but a little sign is, you get a little sign, the little tooltip that hovers up when you actually pick your book up, which stays on the screen forever. Slick Person says, hello. This is Slick Person. I have a big idea today that includes a new villager role. Here it is. Baker. Wears a chef's hat and apron. Foods. Butter and cheese. Interactable item. Butter churn. Village building. Bakery. Explanation. The baker works at the bakery where the butter churn can be found. You can use the butter churn to turn milk into butter and butter into cheese, and you can give the baker milk for emeralds and the emeralds for cheese and bread. The farmer no longer gives you bread. Why do we need cheese?
Yeah. We need a reason for cheese. We don't have a reason.
There's a long way round to get cheese in the game there. But we don't need a new villager. We've already got a farmer that sells bread. Where's this desire for cheese come from, Sling Person? Jeez. Okay. Last wish list item is from Stitch Fix. And it says, Foxy, how's your day? Mr. and Mrs. Lizard, get you some wide awake baby. Can you make a waypoint stones like modded Minecraft? How do waypoint stones work?
I think that's what they're meaning by like way shrines, portal things or something like that.
Fast travel things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, with the beta API, absolutely, because you'd have to go to a location and like tag it with that location, and then wherever you put that down in the world, ideally it would remember that. There'll be a way of doing that. Yeah, I can't see that being a problem until they change something and break it all. If you've got a wish, let us know by emailing us, news@theminecraftupdate.com, filling in the feedback form on the website, or joining the Discord. And you can even ask them like while we're live, like people have been doing today, the crazy fools. They don't have enough wishes. They want to ask them while they're live, while we're live. Jeez. Okay, Slack.
The questions are, yes.
Yeah, the questions are still flowing in, which is unusual. It feels like there's a lot of talk going on today. Do you think this is new update hype that's causing all this? Because the questions are still flowing in, and we've already got a whole bunch, and we are 2 hours in already. So we should probably motor through these as quickly as we can. Okay, starting at the top then with Slow as Molasses, who says, is it just me, or should we, podcast followers, be called blockheads? Patron members could be minor blockheads, major blockheads, and super blockheads. I think the word blockheads has got too many negative connotations, so no.
Yeah, no. That's like people like to always come in and joke, oh, what's up, slackers? No, that's horrible. Don't say that, to my community. No. From there, we got Robo Rufus, who says, I was thinking of starting a Minecraft YouTube channel just as a side hobby. Do you think it would ruin Minecraft for me? Thanks, Robo Rufus 7.
Not if you're doing it as a hobby. Yeah, you do a hobby because you enjoy doing the hobby. You wouldn't do, you wouldn't do a hobby in something you didn't like, would you?
Yeah.
So,
but
no.
if you get to the point where you're making money off of it and you want to help substitute your income with it, then it becomes a job. And yes, it will ruin Minecraft for you. Because as long as you do it as a hobby, you'll be fine. But the minute you start thinking about the content and not the game, it's done.
Yeah.
Because, I can't go into this world and do this if I'm not recording.
Yeah.
It'll ruin it for you if you get to that mindset.
Any pressure on yourself at all to be like, I got to put out a video every day. I need to do this. I need to get more views. Don't care. If you do it as a hobby, just make what you want to make. And if people watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. That's how you do it. Skippy says, hello, is there a link for the RTX pack where you guys talked about in the show, Better RTX, as I have trouble finding it? I think at this moment in time, you need to join their Discord. I'm sure you can probably find it online somewhere or other. I think
the same guy that makes the defined what is it, PRB pack is the guy who does it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just search YouTube for Better RTX Minecraft, and you'll find something.
Yeah. I found out today through some people in my Discord. There's a thing called Better Render Dragon as well, which apparently allows you to basically sideload shaders into Minecraft.
Huh.
So
that sounds fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to look into that because that does sound interesting. Tiny Raccoon. Oh, it's not me, it's you, isn't it?
Tiny Raccoon. If you could add any item into Minecraft, but it could only be found in a certain loot chest, very rare, and not be craftable, what would it be and where would it be found? Similarly, if you could add a custom structure into the game, what would it be look like? Where would it be found? And what would its function be? Well, we've already got something in the game exactly like that. It can be found in a loot chest. It's very rare. You can't craft it, but it does absolutely nothing.
What's that, Slack? What is it?
But what I don't know. It's the things you find in the ancient cities. What, echo shards?
Oh, echo shards, yeah. They're really useful, Slack. They're really useful.
Oh, yeah. You can make a recovery compass, which was rendered obsolete in the next update when they now said that you can have your, coordinates be posted on screen. Yeah, death coordinates in chat. Yeah. So that rendered that obsolete. Yeah.
If I could add any item into Minecraft, but it can only be found in certain loot chests very rarely. Oh, geez. Jetpack.
Yep. Yeah, jetpack. Yep.
Yeah, and it would be found, I guess,
End city.
No, I don't want to go to the end cities. I'm thinking somewhere more interesting. And a new structure that doesn't exist. It's like a floating sky island that you have to get up to. And if I could add any structure into the game, it would be the shrines out of Zelda, and they would be found all over the world and have interesting puzzles to do in them.
Even if you had the shrines and they just randomly move you from one place to another. Like, say, it's always going to pick a shrine within like 9 or 10, 12 chunks or whatever. You just boop, 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 boop. Yep, I like that.
Yeah. Not so blue sheep. Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
What are some of the best quality of life updates you remember? I'll go first. Remember how when you entered your inventory while crouching, it used to be you wouldn't be crouching when you left your inventory? Coordinates, I think. Coming out from behind cheats was a nice one.
Rockets, so you didn't have to shoot yourself with a punch bow?
Yeah, it's not really... I guess it is quality of life update, but I think quality of life updates are more like controls, aren't they? Like input things and...
Oh, offhanding. Wait, we don't got that yet. Sweep it. No, we don't got that yet.
Shield! Being a crouch with your shield while you're sneaking.
I'll hurt you. I will hurt you. Don't you ever bring that up again.
Yeah, best thing I could add. Let's add an item into the game, right, that protects you when you're trying to run away from a monster, and it protects you by making you not be able to move.
Well, they've got two then. They've got the shield and they've got the Turtle Master potion.
Okay. Right, it's your turn.
Tiny Raccoon says, "Hi all, this one's for Slack. How old do you think Isaac will be before he gets on Minecraft on his own, assuming the game isn't ruined by anything major?"
Just for those of you at home that are wondering why I said I had to help Slack read the game, it's because it is Tiny Gork because as usual with Tiny Raccoon, they don't check their messages after they've sent them and they leave a lot. Please, Tiny Raccoon, when you finished writing it, can you check it and edit it if it's wrong? Because quite often I sit there going, what is that supposed to say? Plus, bruh. Sorry, Slack. How old?
The answer to your question is I don't know, but my kid is going to have very limited screen time.
Good idea.
You're going to learn to be outside. You're going to live in the middle of Kentucky. You're going to learn how to have an imagination and go play with cars or go ride a bike or something like that. You're not going to live on the TV. No.
Good.
It's not going to happen.
Nathan says Asus is planning on a Chromebook with an RTX 4060 dedicated GPU and battery bypass. What do you guys think of this?
They want to melt Chromebook?
I don't know what a battery bypass is. I have no idea what that is.
Bypass.
To be honest with you, Nathan, I know nothing about Chromebooks. I have no interest in having one. I had no need to have one. Neither of my kids have got one. I've never touched one or been on one. All I know is they're basically running Chrome OS, which is apparently pretty useless. It's kind of like having an Android device, but there's a little bit more powerful, and I realize they are making more and more powerful ones of these as time goes on. And I think these are based on ARM devices as well. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. My answer is, what do I think of that? I don't really care, to be honest with you. I guess now that more and more like games and Minecraft stuff's going onto that'll be good, but I don't know. I don't know. I have no interest in Chromebooks. Sorry, Nathan.
Stitch, you or me?
You.
Stitch Fix says, Foxy, how's your day? And can you make an automatic copper aging system for Bedrock?
Yes. What you do is you put your copper on the floor and it automatically ages over time. Or you can build with it and it automatically ages over time. Or you can put it somewhere else and it automatically ages over time.
I mean, you nailed it. It's already in the game. Yep.
I don't get it. Why? Yes, it's frustrating when you want to build with it when it's already aged, and you think, oh well, I'll just put it all on the floor and wait for it to age. And I think is it like 5 blocks apart from each other makes them. I don't care. Just build with it and wait. Just if you can't bother to wait, just go AFK, have a cup of tea, go leave the computer on for a couple of hours, and it'll all be green when you get back.
Yep,
be fine.
Yep.
Ducky McQuack says, hello, I had a quick question. Have you noticed that fishing farms appear to be broken with the new addition of sign editing? Is there something I'm missing, or has this functionality actually broken? Haha, it's entirely possible. It's operator error. What? Fishing farms are broken with the addition of sign editing. I don't think those two things are related. I think they probably just, if they broke at the same time as sign editing came into the game. Well, there's a lot of weird stuff gone on with like crouch interactions. So
yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start on that one. Don't know, Ducky.
Sorry.
Oh. Zenman says, hi, Foxy and Slack. When uploading YouTube videos, what are your opinions on allow embedding and allow remixing options?
Again, like Chromebooks, I don't care.
Don't care.
They don't make any difference. I think I looked into this because I was concerned that if someone remixed your stuff, they were getting the views on it instead of you. It's not the case. You do. And embedding obviously just means you're getting more views from wherever it's been embedded. So they're both positive for the creator. I've never had an alert to say that someone's remixed my content, so I don't think that really even happens all that much. I've never even seen any remixed content. And as for embedding,
the only alerts I've ever got is somebody used your content.
Yeah. If I didn't allow embedding, I wouldn't be able to have any of my videos hosted on my website. So that would be bad for me.
I don't think you could have them on Discord.
No, probably not. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, DJ Chris is back. Apparently, it's called DJ Chris Plays. Let's change the name. DJ Chris Plays here. I'm loving 1.20. Everything's great so far. We're having a competition on my realm to try and find all the armor trims. What are your thoughts on the update?
I haven't played it enough to really get into it yet, but chasing down all the armor trims on a realm, your world's going to get large.
Yeah. It's a funny update because they did a very good job of marketing this update and making it feel like there was a lot going on. In reality, there isn't a lot going on. They've added a handful of new blocks. There's 2 new mobs and a new tree. And they've fiddled with armor trims. And that's it, really. There really isn't that much to this update. There's a lot of quality of life changes, like editing signs. Hanging signs are nice. Chiseled bookshelves are nice, but they're not going to do much for people. It's nice to have, but there's no wow in this update again. It's a lot of nice to have things that no one really were looking for or particularly wanted. So how I'm finding, what my thoughts on the update are, it's a perfectly fine update, but it feels like a small update still, even though I've seen a lot of tweets from developers, how much stuff we put in 1.20, this big, it's not a big update. It's nowhere near a big update. And honestly, with the stuff they put in, and I know they talk about how harder it is to develop stuff as an actual Mojang developer because there's all the meetings and iterations and everything they have to go through. Planning aside, actually building what they've put in 1.20 is for somebody that makes add-ons 2-3 days work. Maybe the camel animations and the sniffer animations a little bit longer. I would say if someone said to me, "Here's all the stuff we're adding in this update. Can you now code it? This is what the textures are going to look like. This is what the model needs to look like. This is how everything needs to work." And they handed it me. I'd have it done in a week. So it's not a big update.
No.
I can't think. Is there anything in particular that's new? I'm just talking for Bedrock Edition here, by the way. I'm not talking about Java Edition. And obviously the stuff that you can't do with add-ons, like making chisel bookshelves work with comparators and things, might take a little bit longer. But just the actual adding in more blocks, added in new trees, and added in new mobs is, realistically not a massive amount of work. From my perspective as an add-on creator, not as a developer. I realize it's different, okay? I'm not putting Mojang developers down here, just saying it's not a big update. But it's a fine update. It's a nice update. Jeez. Feel like I'm on the... Sorry, I'm treading on thin ice there. About who is it? You's next, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Balrog says, they got a spicy comment just for you, I'm thinking. It says, what's the first 1.20 bug you've encountered that wasn't caused by your own add-ons?
The first bug was the game's not saving, just hanging on, loading, saving your world.
Nah, I haven't experienced nothing personal yet, so I got nothing on that one. Yep.
Out of Dutch says, not that I would have any reason, but just because of the topic, would you ever sell an add-on pack you made? Say someone came along and offered you like $5,000 or something. Sorry, I haven't been around, but I've been listening. Good to catch you guys live. What do you mean, like just to buy a copy of the add-on? Or so it's like, let's say, right, I want to buy mob heads off you. That you no longer own it or have anything to do with it. It's mine now, and I distribute it. Is that what you mean? If that's the case, commercial license, for example, he says in the chat. So, well, of course, I would. If someone says, I'm going to give you $5,000 so I can use your add-on commercially, yeah, I take it. That's way more than I've ever earned of any other add-on. Yes. Yes. I can always make new add-ons. Not a problem. Yeah.
You want me to say no to money?
I mean, if you said like $50, I mean, oh, no, probably not. I can get that just through the clicks on the website, but $5,000, I take it.
Yeah, there's a price tag pretty much attached to everything on the planet. It's just finding that price tag.
Exactly. Yeah, and if I don't have to develop it anymore, even better.
Yeah. It's why there no update on mob heads? Not my problem.
Not mine. I sell it. Jeez. Okay.
Foxy from Stitch Fix says, "How's your day, Miss Lizard? Get you some wide awake." We done had this.
No, she's just written the same thing again.
Oh, Foxy, how long before you do a server tour? I know you're busy. Just need to know how long I have to finish my base if I even try.
Stitch Fix, you can ask me non-podcast related questions anytime, anywhere. You could send me a message. You could ask me in my Discord. Why are you asking this in the podcast? So basically, this is my VIP patron server that we've obviously launched a new one. The other one's still running until people have finished. And usually what I do at the end is I do a big tour of the server. I go around, I look at all the builds, and whichever one's the most fancy, I give a prize, which is normally a piece of merch from my merch store, and I upgrade them to expert level 99 in my Discord. So how long before I do a server tour? Well, I'm just waiting on you guys. You guys said you want the server open until you're finished. I can't do a tour until you're finished, so as soon as you guys are finished. But I've made it difficult for you to finish because I'm not updating the server to 1.20. So you want to play on it, you're going to have to use the version switcher.
Oh, that's great. I like that.
But we got a new one. Why do we need an old one and a new one? No one will play on it now. Now that the new one's out, the Stitch Fix will be the only one on there, guaranteed until they're finished. That'll be it. It's pointless. Just call it a day 6 fix. Just say, oh, well, I never finished it. I'll try again next time. And then I can do the service all this week.
Yeah, just walk away from it. Be done with it.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Stitch Fix is back again with, what's the first farm you guys want to build with the new Skulk block? Really isn't Twitch just keeping you from double dipping, getting paid from Twitch and whatever the other platform you're streaming to? I don't think they care about you double dipping. They don't care about you getting money from other places unless they think they could get some of that money. So they're not trying to stop you earning money. They're trying to stop you earning money that they can't have.
Yeah. So like if I'm streaming to Twitch and I'm streaming to YouTube and somebody on YouTube decides they want to gift out 10 channel memberships, suddenly Twitch doesn't get a cut of that.
Yeah, so they want that. What's the first farm you want to build with the new Skulk block? I have no desire to build any farms with the new Skulk block. I would like to use the new Skulk Catalyst. They're not Skulk Catalyst. What's it called? Calibrated Skulk Sensor.
Calibrated.
To open a door. That's about it. That's the only plans I have for the new Skulk block at this point, but I would like to start playing with them and seeing how they can be integrated into things, but I have no desire or plans on integrating one with a farm at this moment in time. I can't think how I would possibly use one of those in a farm. I can't see how they would go into any farm at all that exists and make them more efficient because they're a slow device.
Aside from opening doors and stuff like that, I don't really see nothing from it yet. No.
Yeah, or just having a control panel in your base that you can activate things from a distance. That'll be nice.
No.
Without, obviously, redstone wires everywhere. So
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
It's Stitch Fix again.
Stitch Fixes again. And they say, can you make an add-on to create quests? Say with the Wandering Trader.
I could. And I have thought about that. That's another one of the things that I've been thinking while I've been doing my driving and sitting playing on Zelda in the car. I'd really like to make a world that has, if possible, some procedurally generated like quests and things to go on. It would be a big job. And obviously, to have the variation you'd need to make it last as long as a Minecraft world, it would be insane. But yes, it's definitely possible. Can I? Yes. Will I? Probably not. Irish Viking says, I've seen some YouTube servers that use waystones that cost a level to teleport, but that's on Java. Is it possible to make an add-on for Bedrock for that? Yes, it is.
Yep, 100%.
Wow, we're getting through these, Slack. Look at us go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Dutch, what are you typing a book for? Goodness. Okay, weird question.
Hang on, Slack, before you start. Mm-hmm. Stitch Fix in the chat has just said, is the calibrated block better than the broken observer? No, they don't do anywhere near the same job. Totally different devices that do totally different things. It is not a replacement for an observer.
No, definitely not.
Carry on, Slack.
Okay, weird question from Out of Dutch. Foxy, you said you're not seeking interaction engagement for the podcast and that the podcasts aren't about that. My question is as such. Isn't that a bit close-minded? No offense here. Not trying to jab or anything. The reason I ask is because I host my own podcast for about 6 months during 2020. You know what the world was dealing with, LOL, called Caffeine and Chill, where I would chit-chat with any viewers, listen to music, go over recent events, local news, etc., then play some games for about an hour. I did it all live through Facebook at that time, and it was a lot of fun. That being said, I love y'all's format and see no need to change out what you want your podcast to be. But I think it's a bit unfair to say that you're doing a different format, which would make it not a podcast. Just a thought, all love for you guys.
I'm really sorry, Out of Dutch, but you didn't do a podcast. You did a live stream. There are two totally different things. If you're sitting and chatting to viewers, listening to music and playing games while talking, you are just doing a live stream. That's not a podcast. A podcast is, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong. I've never really looked at the definition of a podcast. But of all the podcasts I've ever seen and listened to, and all the ones in my list that I listen to regularly, they are people talking to each other that are present in the room, over the internet. they're not an audience thing. They're not an interactive thing. They're not something that you share with a community other than releasing the podcast or maybe recording it live. It's not a conversation with outside of the people that are in the podcast. That's what a podcast is, and that's what is in my mind. And that's regardless of whether I'm right or wrong with that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what this is. And I mean, you can call me closed-minded if you want. That's fine. This is what this is going to be. There is nowhere in my mind that I think this would benefit from that, because we already do that. Slack and I both do live streams. If we wanted to do that, we would live stream together. We don't. We're doing a podcast together because we enjoy our take on things and we think it's fun for you to listen to.
Yep. Yeah, so, I would say the same thing. I would say what you did was a live stream. If you're doing it live on I would call a giant social media platform, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. Sure, we're doing this as a stream, but it's only limited to a platform that very few people use.
But even if when we do this on... But when we do this in the future on Twitch or YouTube or something, it's still not going to be a live stream. We're still recording a podcast, but people have the benefit of watching it live. Like, I watch the WAN show from Linus Tech Tips nearly every week. And I watch that on the VOD, which is on YouTube. I don't watch it live because you have to pay to do that. But they record that live. It's not a live stream. It is a podcast. It might be streamed live, but, you know,
they have a set format. They do these certain things.
Yeah. They are talking to each other about topics whilst other people listen. And it doesn't matter whether they're listening while it's live or whether they're listening after when it's released as a podcast or a VOD. That is the format is a podcast. A live stream isn't a format. A live stream can be anything that just involves you live streaming. But generally speaking, live streams are gameplay or just chatting or, you know, when you're interacting with the audience. Not everybody does. Not everybody that live streams interacts with the audience. But that's in my mind anyway.
Dutch in the live chat out there just said, maybe the line between these things are growing thinner with the growth of media creation and technology. That's going to come down to the definition of what you want to define anything as. It's like saying there's a right or a wrong way to play Minecraft. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. Everybody's going to have a different view. Some people will think it's fine to use entity dupers. Some people will think it's cheating. You know, potato, tomato, you know?
Yeah. And no offense to anybody listening, I genuinely love the fact that we've got, like, compared to, again, a lot of podcasts that I listen to, I don't know any that have as much of the community feedback as us. We have questions, wish lists, feedback, and Bugdate, all from you guys. It is not instant like it is on the live stream. We're not chit-chatting backwards and forwards about it, but it is coming from you. That's the interaction, and that is where it comes from. And I like that, but I don't want any more than that for this. I like the fact that me and Slack can sit down and record and just talk to each other. We don't have to worry about other people or, you know, putting on a face that's like, oh, I got to talk to this person. You know what I mean? When you live stream, it's hard work. This isn't hard work. You're just sitting and chatting.
Let me also add into the fact that I don't know how many people we got in here. Let's say we got 15 people listening to us live. When we stream, you're going to have quite a bit more. And let's just say that the block update does continue to grow and it gets larger. And eventually we're averaging thousands of views per episode. Well, I'm telling you now, if we had hundreds of people in here at a time, our interactions with chat would be a lot less. It's like watching a streamer that's got, 20 people that's actively engaging versus watching a streamer who's got 2,000, So we're engaging with chat right now because it's not necessarily a small audience, but when we see something relevant in here. But the whole point of this is we could record this tomorrow without being live as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would be essentially the same thing because we've got your questions, we've got your wish list, we've got your bug date. You send them in. We can then deal with that at our leisure in the way we want to do it. We like to do it live because we think it's a nice thing for you guys to have, but it's, in my mind, certainly not essential to the podcast. But it's nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly.
Okay, where were we up to? Eye of the Night.
Eye of the Night.
Is it me or you?
No, it's you.
Okay. What if you place copper blocks spaced out and then put them in the path of flowing water to speed up? Oh, we're all on off. Didn't they come in like 117 or something, copper blocks? Why are we suddenly on copper?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, fine. Do what you want with them. I don't care.
You make the add-on. Yeah.
Right. It just all you need to do is just build with them and wait. It's fine. The whole point of I'm not irritated by it as in it like actually bothers me, but I'm going to use the word irritated. It irritated me from the start. Mojang put this idea in the game to show that worlds had an age, and I really liked it. I thought, that's great. You can build with copper, and it'll start one colour, and over time it'll change. And immediately everyone went, yes, but I want it green. How do I make it green? So then we ended up with fields of just bits of copper that were perfectly spaced apart. What a waste of time. Just build with it and it will change, and you'll get the beauty of seeing your building go through the ages. It's such a wonderful idea, but nobody seemed to click with it. They all went, no, I want to build with it green. Why? What difference does it make what colour it is when you put it there? And if you want it different shades, wait for it all to turn green, then use your axe and a bit of wax. Jeez. You're all nightmares.
Oh my God. And then here we go with Eye of the Night again. I like the idea of rain and flowing water both.
No.
Fired.
No.
Fired. No.
Right.
Fired. No.
Well, that was the last question. I've noticed there is one more in the questions that is from Jen Fire saying, do we want a baby cameo? I would like a baby cameo, Jen. I would like to see baby. Yes, please.
Come here, little boy. Come here.
Staring at Foxy the whole time.
Come here.
Come
here. Come here, baby boy. Yeah.
He's massive. I like his shaved head. That looks cool. Is he going to keep it like that?
He's got hair. You just can't really see it yet.
No, you can see it coming through.
Cranky. Oh, just waking up. Oh, the bright lights.
Oh, man.
Hi.
Jeez.
See Foxy?
Hello.
See
Good
Foxy?
morning.
There's a Foxy over there.
He couldn't care less. Couldn't care. I'm with my dad now. I'm just going to chill.
Hi. What's you doing? Huh? What's
Right,
you
well,
doing?
while you're cooing and making baby noises, Slack, I am going to end this podcast. Before I do, I'd like to remind everybody, even though we've just told you all off and that we don't want to interact with you, that we are supported by Patreon. And if you enjoy the show, you can help support us by going to patreon.com/the Minecraft Update. This week, I am still pouring out many Zelda videos twice a day. I'm going to make an effort to stream a little bit more this week and put out some truly Bedrock videos if I can get around to it. What about you, Slack?
Daily streams, Minecraft videos on YouTube will happen when they happen. Yep.
Yeah. Good. Right,
Hi,
that's it,
my
peeps.
beard.
All that's left to say is the same thing that I say at the end of every single podcast, not live stream, and that is that if your camel is small, then don't forget, camels are tall. That was what I meant to say. Jeez, I messed that up.
Yeah.
But on that note,
and I'll add that if you're trying to pass the baby off to me because he's making noises from the other end, it's not my job.
it's not my problem.
No, not my problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Right. Okay, peeps. Thank you all very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, wait, bye. Oh, wait, bye. No. Okay.